Hello. We're here.
That's right. We're here. We're talking. I'm singing.
Survived. We have FIFI.
Hey, FIFI.
From the High Alpha Hooligans.
Yeah.
Who?
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, we like you. You are partnering with us for the DCS Dogfight Brothers Invitational 2025 BFM Tournament. Fight for Hope, benefiting St. Jude's Children's Hospital, with our little logos, and that's you guys. You guys have a much fancier logo than us.
That is
we were lucky with with one of our listeners. They were like, "Hey, you want me to make you a logo for free?" We're like, "Sure." So
that's what we did too. Yeah, ours is very nice. We're very appreciative of it.
Yeah,
but yours is very animated. It's It's much like, the Herc driver, really. Very similar to that.
Beautiful.
Who is that guy, anyways? I don't know.
A Chad.
That's a superhero, dude.
Look at that mustache.
Yeah, that's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, it's only Anyway, why have I frozen?
I don't know, but you know what?
Just leave it. It's better than the
you cycle the cameras, man. Last week,
camera.
It's
amazing. It's amazing. I made it 4 minutes.
Maybe you're an MQ9 guy. Didn't this sort of thing happen to you? Yeah. Like the picture would freeze, but you'd still hear the old flying machine.
I don't understand.
Yeah, you just let it catch up. You just kind of sit there and take your hands off, and then you just let it catch up, and it kind of flies itself. Yeah, you just kind of let it go and just let it kind of figure itself out. Because if you put the control
better than gone.
There it is.
This camera too already. Dude,
we've stepped to the spare.
Mover's 5th gen StreamYard, dude. It's like right off the bat, red ball, just goes straight to the spare.
Yeah, we're cold iron. I don't know what's going on with this camera, man. It makes me sad.
Beer lights on.
I keep telling him, my old MacBook Air camera seems to work like every time. He's got the super nice stuff.
It just goes to show you, the poor man sometimes wins.
That's valid. Everything in that statement's true.
My webcam's $45 at Best Buy.
Good to have you back, Mover. Welcome to the show.
Hey, it's great to be here. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. Hey, Mover, how was your weekend?
Better than my camera. It's not the camera. I don't know what's going on. This is just.
Oh, dude.
I got to see you, Gonky. It was very exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, we had drill weekend. It was good. It's good, man. FIFI, how are you, man? How's everything?
Yeah, doing good. Just glad it was sunny today.
Yeah.
I was tired of the seasonal depression that was actually happening to me for a little bit with constant rain.
Where are you? And what is your
I live underneath the approach for one of you guys' old squadrons. I'm in Fort Walton.
Oh, cool. So I kept giving you time for no reason.
Yeah, no, it's fine. That's like my toddler. She's like obsessed, absolutely incredibly obsessed with airplanes, and so and I work from home, which is really nice. And so when everybody's flying overhead during the day, especially the morning vols and the afternoon vols, she will take me out onto our porch and we'll sit on the porch and stare up at the sky and just watch the airplanes fly over because that's what she wants to do.
That's cool, dude.
Hook her early.
Oh. Donkey, how are you, man?
I'm great, man. I'm just happy to be here. It was a really nice, long, relaxing weekend. And yeah, ready to go, Mover. Ready to go.
Doug, you're here?
I am here.
Okay.
I would currently be unable to pass a DUI stop because my eyes are dilated. I look like I did something.
That's going to go on your employee evaluations.
I wish, man. I got nothing to show for it except dilated eyes.
I mean,
they didn't. Yeah. Oof. I don't know, dude. You might get a pay reduction. TBD.
Yeah.
Send it to you.
So FIFI, tell us about yourself. What do you do for money?
For money? Well, I'm 100% disabled, retired Air Force. So there's the majority of my money, and then I have a sugar mama that she runs a couple dentist offices around here, so doing pretty good there. But
I could probably use the dental form filled out. Just saying. But...
Hey, if you need it, we got you.
Just kidding, dude.
We got you. But yeah, no. I'm one of the co-founders of the High Alpha Hooligans podcast and we're a little community in DCS, and that's pretty much it. And,
I'm sorry. We need a delay. Like, we need to figure out how we can get a delay so I can censor Gonky's felonies.
How much delay do we need?
Apparently, however many, you could check the tapes, because however many minutes it took us to get to this point from the time Gonky solicited a federal crime on my own show.
It's no big deal.
We were pontificating this weekend about how many investigations we're on or we're under right now, and I would guess you just added one more.
Look,
Thanks,
dude, it's
Gonky.
good for some laughs, right? It's been a long weekend.
We know about, or the ones we don't?
It's the friends you make along the way. Hey, who doesn't need federal agent friends, really? They make the best. They make the best friends.
I love it.
Well, I mean, with the manning issues that are going on right now, I'm sure they're just going to sweep it under the rug because they're like, you know what, this guy's good. He's deployable.
Your partner is a former agent, so can he still get us out of jail?
I don't know. He's got this pretty straight and narrow. He does like breaking the rules here and there, but I don't know about that one.
Well, I try to be, but Gonky, on the other hand,
I don't know about you guys, but the federal investigators I've met have always been some of the most engaging people ever. I very much like to be friends with them.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. They're just
really
good at getting you to talk.
Part of their training. That's right.
Yep.
We personally have dealt with some not so bright ones.
Moving on.
Website contact form.
Moving on, mover.
Yeah, I don't think they were real, though. I think they were Chinese spies trying to solicit information from Gonky.
You guys got fished by fake agents.
Yeah. Dude, that's a thing. It's a real thing. I went to a Meemaw case that she thought a U.S. Marshal was sending her around to go get gift cards to confirm some kind of case he was investigating. And she spent a whole bunch of money on these gift cards. And what was crazy about it is she had the guy's name. And if you Googled the guy's name, it was a real U.S. Marshal. And the phone number she called that was calling her was spoofed from an actual U.S. Marshal. Like, if you called the number back, it would be like, hey, you've reached, district office, whatever, U.S. Marshal Service. So scammer tech is legit.
I'm sure the elderly in your parish are being very careful to follow up on those kind of details. So I'm glad they had a good cover.
Yeah. Well, Mover had the footage of that whole thing, and it's pretty. I mean,
I was a different one. I was one of many. Yeah, no,
really,
that was a different one. That was a different Meemaw.
Man. Wow.
Yeah, it was a totally different Meemaw.
It's so sad because they're like emotionally they're just distraught, man. It's sad to see people like that.
It's because they didn't take their information assurance CBTs.
We took a very insightful, whatever that was this weekend, risk management. What was that supposed to be, Gonky? It was
there was a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a dude with a fake mustache.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, he was very similar mustache to yours.
I also act on the side. So
yours.
Yeah.
Better,
well, anyway, back to your career because we want to talk about you. Sorry.
Okay.
We got sidetracked with our felonies. And it's funny because every time we go somewhere, people are like, we actually watch your show. And, my kid watches your show. So here we are. Gonky is not a good role model.
Some things are jokes. Some things are real.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyway. So how did you get into the world of aviation?
I mean, growing up, right? Like my dad was was in the Air Force. He was an intel guy, and just growing up around all that, being at bases, and stuff. My mom would take me out, and like when we were stationed at Bowling in DC, my mom would sit at the bus stop with me, and I'd watch the airplanes take off and land at Ronald Reagan across the water. Yeah. And so I mean, like by the time I was like 6 or 7, I was able to identify every airliner out there just by, silhouettes in the distance. So, everybody's kind of got their tism, and aviation's one of mine, and it's just what it's been. And then growing up, I always wanted to join the Air Force, follow in Dad's footsteps and things like that. And I always wanted to be a pilot, and went to college right after I graduated high school, had a .07 GPA my freshman year, learned that I was more cut out to join the unwashed masses as an enlisted guy. And kind of like the career, my Air Force career after that was just all sorts of weird.
When did you join?
06. Oh, so yeah, 2006.
So did you join directly into the Predator? I can't call it. Can I call it the Predator community?
It's the UAV Pred community. I mean, it's what everybody calls it.
Because if I call you a Predator, that sounds very Chris Hansen like.
Yeah. No. So actually, I joined as an imagery analyst, as a 1-in-1.
Okay.
And so, like in the Air Force's greatest wisdom, they were looking for people to work the sensors on the MQ-1s and MQ-9s, and they obviously didn't have enough people. The only people who were really trained to do that was the gunship guys, and the gunship guys weren't going to leave the gunships because they need them for the gunships. And so they're like, well, how about we take some people who look at pictures for a living and then have them look at moving pictures, because that totally makes sense. And they put us in they just basically just non-voled a bunch of 1-in-1s imagery analysts over to the MQ-1s and MQ-9s. And I was I was one of the ones that got snatched up to go into the MQ-9. And
really non-voled.
Yeah, a lot of the,
like, you're in, suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah, a lot of the original pilots for the MQ-1 and MQ-9 programs back in that time period were non-voled. So on my squadron, I had 2 of my commanders were Thunderbird pilots. Wow. I had C-130 pilots, C-17, B-1, B-52. Actually, one of the guys who actually who started teaching me how to fly is a B-52 guy who ended up playing on the side. A-10 guys. I mean, like every airframe in the Air Force. And we were actually like a combined unit. So we actually had, when the RAF were standing up their unit too, we had Tornado guys. And we had this one old F-111 guy from the RAF over as well. So it was a hodgepodge. It's weird when there's a Brit who's in charge of who's the chief of weapons and tactics working in the No Foreign Vault. But apparently
this was like Tammy 21 time, right? This is when they were taking like, hey, we'll send you back to a fighter, but you got to go do this.
Yep. And then they get stuck there for like 10 years. And then it's some guys stayed because they liked it, because the mission was really cool. It wasn't, obviously I understand, like, not being able to fly in your jet, really sucks, being stuck in a cold refrigerator box with some 19-year-old kid. But the mission was really cool. And that's what kind of counted. Because it was more than just ISR, especially for the MQ-9s originally. Originally the MQ-9 was labeled as a CAS platform. And that's why our first overt MQ-9 squadron was the 42nd Attack Squadron. We were the only attack squadron in the Air Force. And so all the A-10 guys were really salty about that. But,
Now, what's the difference? So you got the pilot. What are the crew positions?
So it depends on who you ask, but there's 2 real crew positions, rated crew positions. There's the pilot and the sensor operator.
And you were the sensor operator.
And I was the sensor operator, yeah. So my job was to work the pod and lays all the weapons in and everything like that. The pilot, did pilot shit. So his job was just to stay in the air and hit the consent to release button, and then we did everything else.
But that pilot doesn't land it. Right?
No.
It's different people that do, like, you hand it off to each other. And
yeah. And so that's actually taking off and landing the aircraft was a completely separate qualification. So it was the LRE qualification, and everybody kind of gets it eventually.
Yeah. Those are the ones that actually deploy, right? It's everybody else stays home and just the ones that do the takeoff and landing, because I guess it's line of sight.
Yeah. And I deployed as an LRE guy, and that was fun because you fly at line of sight, and you don't have like a 2.5 second delay when you fly it, because when you're doing the MCE ops, the reach back ops, it's about a 2.5 second delay on any control input to what you see.
Phoebe, what's the training footprint like? So you said you were, they pulled you over to this program. I mean, like, where do you go first? Did you go right in with like new recruits that went into that pipeline, or is there like a B course?
So back in my day, the operational squadron ran the B course. And so I would have an instructor fly a combat line and then come and do a B course upgrade training with me, like in the afternoon. And then he would go back to flying a combat line like later that afternoon. And then eventually, after I left, they actually started setting up like an actual like training squadron and stuff like that, and it became more legitimate. But at the very beginning, you would show up absolutely green, have no idea what to do, and everything was in house and within the squadron. And I did my B course, my upgrade training, got my Form 8 at the squadron that I was going operational. And then as soon as I was operational, and graduated the B course, they were like, "Hey, we'll see you tomorrow, combat line, let's go." And then that's it.
Is it how long was the course for you?
For me, it was I want to say it was about 12 or 15 sorties for the initial MCE training.
Did you guys were you guys like in a class mix with the operators as well, or the pilots, or is it just
we recruit in the class. So
okay,
I had a and you were kind of crewed, like you always snuck the scheduling shop like beer and whatever else you had to bribe them with, and then you can make sure you get crewed with people that you like to fly with, because you're stuck there like all day with them, so you might as well fly with somebody you like, and so you get crewed with them. And but going through the B course, we were all crewed together, and myself and my pilot, we kind of hung around and we stuck together throughout the B course. And then once we went operational, we were kind of split after that.
So you were the goose to the Maverick.
I was the goose to the Maverick.
Can you answer this? Have you ever lost one? Like flat spin out to sea?
Actually, yes. I was actually on my instructor upgrade, and I was the instructor in training, and it was when we had to shoot one down with a Strike Eagle. They shot it down with an A9X. I'll save the details because I don't think I'm allowed to talk about the details of how we didn't have control of it anymore. But it was flying towards up north out of Afghanistan, and we were trying everything we could to get it back. We couldn't get it back, and so we called one of the Strike Eagle squadrons, and they shot an AIM-9X at it, and all it did was knock the prop off the back, and then we actually got control of it again with that, and then we had to crash it in the side of a mountain. And as we were doing it, like naturally, a pilot, when you have to crash land an aircraft, you want to put it down softly and things like that. But this one you have to just plow it into a mountain. And as we were coming in, like I looked over at the instructor pilot, and I was like, "Hey, they're about to just let this thing just float in. Like, we gotta." And so he reached over his shoulder and just grabbed the control, and just slammed it forward into the dirt. And then the Strike Eagles came down and put like a 2,000-pounder on it afterwards. But that aircraft, that particular tail number, we called it Dirty Old Bastard because it was involved in like 2 Class A incidents before that and all sorts of stuff. So that thing was just trying to die. So.
Yeah. I wonder if the Mud Hen first tried to use the gun, went Winchester, shot an AIM-9X, just knocked the prop off. Dude,
they send us a targeting pod video, and it was pretty crazy because we always thought that like the MQ-9 was going to have a pretty big radar cross section, and because it had the prop on the back, and it was just not really. It's the same size as an A-10 dimensionally, and so we're like, it should be, you should be able to, they're like, dude, we had a hard time finding it on radar, and then like we finally got it, and then the heat signature coming out the exhaust on the back that's facing straight back, the prop wash, actually the exhaust goes through the prop wash, so the prop wash actually dissipated it. So you watch the AIM-9 spiral all the way into the back of the aircraft, and it just knocks the prop off, just a little puff, and then knocked the prop off, and we had to crash it. it was something else.
That's perfect. That's awesome.
That's the dings or the FBI texting you that we're all going to jail now. Because we're in trouble. Gonky, probably gonna get some hate mail now.
No.
What else is new, man?
I don't know, but were you there when they got in trouble for the music video about being deployed?
No, I don't remember.
It was that game a lot or whatever. It was their little ground crew or whatever, but they did the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa, but they did it in front of the actual like.
No, I left that community in 2011. So
this was back in this was like in 08.
Oh, well, I was around. I don't remember anything like that.
FIFI, so you did that for 5 years?
Yeah, I did that for about 5 years, and then I finally like I came in during the surge and I left service at the end of the surge. So, people were getting like reenlistments denied and stuff like that. And we were technically overmanned. So I was like, oh, they offered me like a $12,500 check to get out. So I was like, I'll take that and get out and go contract and make 4 times as much. And kind of what you did on the back end.
What is that thing? Does it carry bombs or just Hellfires or
so
Ginsu knife looking thing?
It's got 6 hard points on it. There is a center line. Never really use the center line, but it's got 3 hard points on the wings, on each wing, and you can carry 4 GBU-12s or 2 GBU-12s and like 4 Hellfires, which is kind of what we did. And then actually on the outboards, we tested carrying AIM-9s on it for self-defense because we had the F-16 guys. The F-16 guys came in and they're like, well, we need some self-defense on it because we don't have an RWR or any short chaff and flare, so we got to pose a threat. So let's put some AIM-9s on it. So, and it was capable of doing it, but we never did it.
Wow.
And,
dude, that would be, you got shot down by a predator.
Yeah.
I guess that's the Reaper, right? It's not the Predator, it's the Reaper. That's the Reaper. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, normally our standard combat load back in the day was, there's pictures of it all over the place. It's 2 GB-12s, 4 Hellfires.
Is that what this is, Doug? What is this?
Affirmative.
Oh. Is that tail 15? That's actually my tail. I took delivery of that aircraft.
What?
Really?
Yeah. So
what does take delivery mean in this context? Do you ride on top of it?
So when General Atomics builds the aircraft in Southern California, they launch it there, and then they just fly it through Green Flag and over to the knitter where we were, and then you just take control of it, and they're like, hey, there's your new airplane, and then they no shit there's a little compartment up just in front of the mains that you can put all the maintenance books and stuff like that and the logs in it. And we also flew that's where we flew all the flags in it and stuff like that. Oh, okay. And then they send it out that way and you bring it back and you land it and it's yours.
So it's like an Amazon drone.
So funny story about this aircraft, about this is one of my friends was the one who did like all the photo shoots for this. And my commander at the time, Sikkim Goff, he was a cool dude. He pulled me into his office because I was like a troubled airman. And I was a very troubled airman, and so I was like his pet project, and he's kind of kept me in close hold. And he sat me down in his office, and he was like, "FIFI," he goes, "We need to do something cool for the aircraft, and we need to figure out, we need some tail flashes for the squadron." And I was like, "Okay, why are you asking me?" And he's like, "Well, I like you. I want you to be the one to design the tail flashes." So down here in Fort Walton. The town was kind of founded by pirates because we had the Billy Boat Lakes Festival and things that go on here. And this is where I'm from and grew up. And my dad and I have always been kind of like obsessed with pirates. And my dad stood up one of the squadrons in Hobart, and its original mascot was a pirate. And so when he's like, "What do you want to do?" And I was like, "Dude, it would be really cool if we put a pirate flag at the top of the tail, so you could see it there. And it's a skull and crossbones at it." And we actually named the original 4 aircraft, including Tail 15, after the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. And so I think that one was Pestilence. But a little bit of lore there about it.
Wow. And so this dude is looking at the dude that's in the camera?
Yeah.
Like the pod is looking at the camera?
Yeah, pod's looking at the camera. We flew that with we just flew that thing just south of Kandahar. That was one of our combat birds.
Wow.
And they just followed us around in a 60 in a Black Hawk and just took the pictures out the side of the Black Hawk with it.
Do y'all ship them and then put them together, or you fly them all the way? It's got a massive range, right?
It's not a huge range. It's got about 12 to 18 hour endurance, depending on how you fuel it and how you load it. But it tops out at like 200 true, so it's not like it's super fast. But no, they actually ship them in something called coffins, and it looks like it looks like a big ass coffin. You pull the wings off, you set it next to it, and then it all just kind of sits inside it. It all fits in the back of a C-130, and just kind of send it out. You reassemble it.
So is the Dos Gringos song correct? Do you say, "Oh, what the hell? Go get a cup of coffee," or do you cry yourself into a pillow?
Yeah. One of our favorite things was when you're sitting in the seat and you're flying. You have top three working the desk, and then you have like an internal super soft flying sitting there behind you, and so you always ask them for like stupid stuff, like, "Hey, can you go grab me a coffee, or can you go give me some Skittles from the snacko," and stuff like that. And there was normally the sensor operator that wasn't in the seat was always the one who had to go grab snacks for everybody. It was great.
About to go kinetic on this, dude. I need my Skittles,
Dude.
Meatloaf.
Yeah. Well, that was funny because during one Christmas we were flying, Spock CSAF came out, General Schwartz, and he came out, and him and his wife served us dinner, Christmas dinner, and he came into the GCS and he was like, "Hey, what do you want to eat?" And I'm like, "Holy shit, what's this, sir?" So he came and brought us Christmas dinner.
Oh, dude.
Did you guys ever fight them against each other, like in CT? Like, hey, let's go 1v1.
No. We did try flying them in formation, but with 1,000-foot separation vertically. So we would
Army helicopter flying.
We would try to find each other. Yeah, we would try to find each other in the ranges sometimes.
Wow. Turn in, fights on.
Yeah. There's
Line.
Defend
Line.
yourself. Yeah.
Line, no joy. All right, knock it off.
Gimbal.
Yeah,
Gimbaled here again. Wow. And so what'd you do after the 5 years of RC flying?
So I made it back here to Fort Walton, came to Hurlburt and started supporting the soft mission out of Hurlburt. And I was still in the ISR world, just on like the ISR controlling side of things,
okay.
Doing the exploitation and all the cool int stuff, supporting all the soft teams. That was probably my favorite part of my career, supporting all those guys, and got to see a lot of really cool places, got to meet a lot of really cool people and all that kind of stuff. Not much you can talk about that world, but it was a really, really cool time until I got hit with sequestration round 2, and then the contract dried up, and I was like, well, guess I'm just going to figure something else out now.
Yeah.
Gonky, did we talk about this last week about the U.S. doing Shahed drones? Or was that we were supposed to talk that this week?
You mean over in the desert?
Yeah.
No, that was supposed to be this week, sir.
Oh, okay.
I believe.
We'll ask FIFI what I didn't see that I didn't put that in the bammers, but
yeah,
we should talk about it because FIFI probably knows some stuff about Shahed drones, huh?
Not really.
Okay, perfect.
But all UAVs are kind of the same. Like
when someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes.
I got to be honest.
You can fake it, dude. We do it all.
Yeah. Don't take the news or nothing.
As a briefer, no. I know that we're kind of going away from UAVs just because, like, that whole footprint thing that we talked about, like the reduced footprint for UAVs, doesn't really exist because you don't realize how much actually has to be out there on site. Mm-hmm. When you do it, it's actually easier. That's why we have things like the Sky Tractor of Death now, doing stuff because it performs the exact same mission, just without it has actually a better reduced footprint than UAVs.
Wait a minute. Whoa. You're telling me that we don't want drones anymore?
No,
UAVs.
No, they've served their. You can't fly them in high threat environments. Like they're super. I mean, they're super shitty to deal with. They're super temperamental on the ground. It if we like when you land that thing, if it bounces or anything like that, it's a Class A mishap because you can only flare
out.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean,
every flight would be a Class A.
the flare, you can't flare more than like 3 degrees on the Reaper before you drag.
It doesn't land itself. Like, why?
Now I think they do, but back in my day it didn't.
Yeah, Mover. Even the drones have magic carpet.
Yeah, you had to crash that thing.
I mean, the gear. I mean, when that thing first came out, I looked at the gear and I'm like, man,
it's carbon. The spring of the gear, it's like a Cessna 172. The spring of the gear is the spring of the struts is what the suspension is.
You can land a 172 pretty hard.
Yeah, you can't.
Well, that's valid. You can actually land 172.
Can't land one of those things hard. I can promise you that.
Yeah. Wow, man. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Well, is there so I guess the civilian carryover is like customs. Who else?
Yep, I trained those guys. The Customs and Border Patrol dudes. They fly the MQ-9s, and then there's a few National Guard units that do it now, and then some other groups. But it's kind of the mission's kind of dying off. It's kind of been sequestered into nothingness, just flying basic ISR stuff now because we retired the Preds because the Preds were just a pain in the ass to keep in the air.
Did those airframes time out, or was it just an operational, like you're saying, just the cost per flight hour, too much maintenance? Or
the Preds were super maintenance heavy. I think people didn't realize that we found it was actually cheaper just to replace the Predator than it was to fix it at one point in time. And
so they're throwaway almost.
Yeah, they were throwaway.
Holy cow, dude!
So the Preds, so no shit, the Preds were was a 4-cylinder turbocharged Rotax motor. So it's a snowmobile motor in the back.
Yeah, that's what they put in the Katana.
So imagine that thing flying for 22 hours at 5,600 RPM. Like they just blow up. And so there was a dumpster out behind the ramp where they would just chuck these motors.
Dude, why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised?
Dude. Secor is rolling over and
Secor right now. I was like, say again.
This was 20 years ago.
It's this dumpster.
Go on. But the MQ-9s were a lot more robust. They had a really nice turbine motor in it, and it was pretty efficient, and it ran pretty good. So it was a 900 horsepower Honeywell.
900 horsepower.
900 horsepower Honeywell turbine.
What was the takeoff weight on that thing?
12.5 was max takeoff weight.
Do you need a type rating, or is it just part 107?
Technically it's a type rating because it's UAV as well. So there was like a whole lot of weird FAA rules that we had to follow. Flying around the meter was hysterical. So we couldn't fly, and obviously you couldn't fly VFR in it. It was banned from VFR. You always had to fly IFR with it. But it didn't have any sort of IFR equipment in it. You just flew IFR.
Perfect.
What do you do if you lose it in the States?
So we have one, radar is always tracking it, and then there's something called like a lost link mission. So it's a mission that you have to constantly update every 10 minutes. I think we had an ops check for to do it every 10 minutes for whatever airspace you're flying in, and it's supposed to orbit for a certain amount of time in the same spot, and then it'll start flying itself back, and then it'll start looking for the line of sight link.
Did you guys share this tech with the Marine F-35B community in case they lose another one?
Honestly, I think you guys need to call Cirrus because they got that thing where if the pilot dies, it'll just land somewhere.
Really? The home safe? Yeah, the home safe. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Dude, got a couple buddies who fly Cirruses, and they're like, "Yeah, man." I was like, "You ever hit the big red button?" They're like, "No, I haven't hit the big red button yet."
Dude, wait a minute. Why wait till you die to have it land by itself? It's like,
we'll sketch you today.
You do it.
A whole lot of it alerts the people. It broadcasts on guard, and it's basically like your airline's normal approaches.
That's Are they on fire? Probably. So just roll the trucks.
Yeah. It's a whole thing. It's not they're the equivalent of a low budget operation. We talked about your love of aviation. Let's talk about your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You have one.
Yeah, we do. High Alpha Hooligans.
In the show notes.
Is it? Oh, thanks. High Alpha Hooligans. It's a DCS podcast. We started it as a joke, and then accidentally
Us
became
too.
kind of successful at it, and then you're like,
That's how it
oh
works.
crap, now we're stuck with it. So here we are, continuing it. So yeah, this is what it was. We actually started the podcast because our wives were tired of us talking about DCS to them, so we
So you
started a
did more.
podcast.
So you're
Yeah,
like
so now-
doubling down.
Yeah,
It's like,
so
I'm
now
just
we
going to
talk
talk
our
about
wives.
DCS even harder now.
Yeah,
more
so now we
people.
talk about DCS and the podcast to our wives, and they're like, "Ah, we just lost."
Yeah, listen to this, honey.
Yeah,
That's funny.
that's what it is.
Is it? So it's a video podcast, though, right? It's not just. It's like this. It's like
Yeah.
you don't just. Yeah.
Standard video podcast. It's all standalone episodes. There's nothing you can watch them out of order. Each one has kind of its own theme.
So the hooligans are 3, right? 3 amigos.
So the hooligans, it's a community. We
okay.
we consider ourselves a collective, like a hive mind community.
The Borg?
of idiots. Yeah, and we're just a bunch of fat 40-year-olds playing video games. Is kind of our thing. And
Gonky
yeah,
resistance
so-
is futile.
yeah, and so that's what we do. And yeah, there's the main 3 of us that run the host. It's myself, Scud, and Jimmy.
All vets.
And yeah, all vets. We're all Air Force vets. Scud's the only real pilot out of us. I never made it past like 45 hours really in my flight training. But
Have you kept track of how many DCS hours you have?
I don't even want to look at it. I do not want to look at it because I can tell you I probably have put on close to like 500 or 600 hours just testing the C-130 and flying that thing around right now.
Gonky,
And,
tell them your perspective as a real C-130.
I have no idea. I have no opinion of the C-130, sir.
so
Do you guys do like because you were talking to us about your topic for next week or the week after? Do you do reviews of stuff? Like, is that what you were doing, a C-130 review?
So we do some reviews. It's not in the sense of like it's not a traditional review. We just kind of talk about we just kind of spend a couple hours talking about what we like about it and what we don't like about things. Just honest feedback stuff. We don't go through and rivet count or anything like that, unless it's the F5 module and then Scud's in it because he's like, well, this doesn't look anything like the T-38. It's too clean. What's going on? And he's like that air vent's like 3 inches out of place. It's weird. I'm used to looking over there. But yeah, we just do reviews on that and then just other topics. We like to do a lot of community events.
Like we're doing at the end of the month.
Secret plug. Yeah, plug right there. Perfect segue. And we run a few servers. In DCS, it's the 56 operations group is what the servers are. And it's like a persistent campaign where all of our community members can fly and, fly together and work on some objectives.
What's the 56 in real life? Is that Luke
The
or is that
Wolfpack.
Eglin?
That's not either. That's
53rd is Eglin.
yeah, 53rd Eglin. I have no idea.
I think
Jimmy
56
started that
is Luke.
part.
I say 56.
But yeah, so we do that.
The 58th in Egg.
I thought it was no. Eglin's 53rd.
Luke.
Is it?
Is it Luke? Yeah.
56 is a F-35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Jimmy just liked their squadron, like the logo. And so that's what we kind of went with. But yeah, we do that. And we have a couple of little milsim squadrons that we fly for guys who want to see what it's like to fly in the tomfoolery that,
Tomcats.
somewhat realistic squadrons are run and how they're run and flown. And, we just take care of everybody in that sense.
Do you get a lot of hate mail?
About?
Just in general, it's DCS.
Actually, Hoggett hates us. We were banned on Reddit.
Perfect.
Yeah, so yeah, we get a fair amount of hate mail, but for the most part, we have enough friends that keep us afloat that we don't have to worry about it.
Are you allowed to tell us why you got banned?
For self-promotion. They didn't like, so I think I have a theory that if you want to start spinning theories, I have a theory that there were some other podcasts in the DCS space that were run by the Hoggett and the Reddit people.
There's other podcasts in the DCS
Supposedly,
space?
I haven't seen any that were any somewhat successful, and that's why I kind of approached the guys with starting one, and then we started one, and here we are. But yeah, so we did that, and yeah, they just did not like us whatsoever. So they just banned us from posting in there ever again, and we're like, all right, we'll just kind of grow it our way. So here we are.
What's the 5-year plan?
Hold on.
There's some stuff that actually, it's funny that you say that because there's some stuff that we have that we're working on that's pretty huge. That we're not allowed to say anything about yet. We're really excited about it coming up.
Dude, you already divulged the classified stuff.
Yeah,
Why can't you do this stuff?
Before they haul you away, dude, tell us.
There's
Before the FBI starts texts you again.
Well, that means 4 hots and a cot, so I'm good. Like if I divulge this stuff, I can't. Because everybody, but we got some pretty big stuff coming down. Hopefully, that's going to happen, and then just continue doing this until people get bored of us or we get bored of it, and then we'll just go back to our lives. It's nothing crazy. We're not tied to it, but we have a lot of fun doing it.
Do you do like hot takes?
Yeah. Hot takes. We try to stay pretty apolitical about certain things, and especially with certain on the podcast, we don't talk about certain events going on within the DCS community, but we definitely talk about it a lot.
Wow. How often do you get told you're wrong? Like about the stuff that you actually know about?
We get corrected here and there from people on the outside, and they'll correct us, but normally it's pretty warranted. Like we have a pretty cool methodology where we tell people like, hey, if we're wrong, show us the proof and we'll admit it. So normally everybody's pretty good about not being super argumentative with us about stuff.
Yeah, it always surprises me. I'm not just talking the simulation video game community, the aviation community in general, especially those that do not fly. It always cracks me up the level of knowledge people assume about the most like obscure stuff. They think that when you go to pilot training, you get like, here's the history of the Air Force starting from day one. Like they think that we are experts of flying history from day one.
One of my favorite things in our community is how some of like you said, like the non-flyers will like super deep dive into systems, and they'll dig up -1s and NATOPs, and they'll like be, and actually it's funny with like the Hornet stuff, with our Hornet squadron that we have within the community. So they'd always come to me like I would know, and they'd be like, so what's your favorite way to work the Twiz on the Hornet? And do you manually slew your radar up and down? I'm like, dude, I just leave it in auto because that's why auto is there. Like, I don't know. Like,
when in doubt, leave it in auto.
Yeah, like just leave it in auto, dude. Like it's fine. Like that's why it's there, so you don't have to worry about it.
Yes,
and
that's funny.
It gets kind of fun.
Who is the chief hooligan of the High Alpha hooligans? Because it seems like you're running the show a lot.
Yeah, I mean, technically, if you go to our LinkedIn page,
there's a LinkedIn page.
Executive managing director.
Look at you,
Gonky. You need a title like that.
Yeah. But we're pretty equal. Like I just created those BS titles so that way we can put it on the LLC paperwork.
That's perfect. Mover, you'd be the 5-star general of Mogo Media.
Aladdin. Which, by the way,
Aladdin's
here.
Mover. Is he here?
Right here. He says, sorry, I've been gone. I was scuba in the Red Sea, found Super Hornets in hangar with rice to dry. FIFI, good stash. You want to lead my drone forces.
Only if I can get the rank of colonel, because everybody knows every good dictator starts as a colonel.
That's true.
I love it. Random question that Doug starred for some reason. Who was your babysitter?
Oh, Jesus. It's Jimmy. He could. I don't even know what he's going from with that. I don't have it. Oh, my babysitter. Oh, no. Growing up, I was really, I'm a product of being in the right place at the right time all the time. And growing up, my dad was stationed at the White House in the National Security Council. And so I spent a lot of time as a young lad in the White House, hanging around the White House grounds and things like that. And Colin Powell used to babysit me and his wife when my parents would do like date nights and things like that. And there's My dad has a bunch of pictures, and the guys have all seen them. That's why they're bringing it up, and because nobody's gonna freaking believe this. But yeah, there's a bunch of pictures of me hanging out with them, and then like HW and Barbara would walk around with me and stuff, and in their arms and stuff like that growing up, and yeah, like I think my favorite possession from that time was Ronald Reagan wrote me a letter like welcome me to the world, and I have that like stashed away in a safe. Yeah, it's I'll show you guys the pictures when we get done here because I got to dig them up. But
wow, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm just one of those. I was just really lucky to always be in the right place at the right time. So
I mean, good on your dad for just being like, we need a babysitter. Who can we call?
Yeah,
what's
and my
the
mom
Bushes
were
doing?
Yeah, him and my mom were favorites in the staff. So
Wow.
there was a story about one time there was like a recall, and my mom likes to tell me the story all the time about she changed my diaper in the president's chair in the sit room, and somebody came in yelling at her to like move, and she was like, listen, my kid just shit himself, I gotta change him. So she just plops down in the president's chair in the sit room and changes my diaper in there. So
you've pooped in the White House.
I have pooped in the White House.
I'm floored, man. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
Uncle George couldn't be like, hey, put this guy in the chair.
Man, Uncle Ronnie, dude. Uncle Ronnie Reagan.
Yeah.
Gave you a welcome to the
like,
world
hey,
letter, dude.
Let's move the decimal a little bit, and now he's got a 7.0 GPA.
7.0 GPA. Yeah, no.
Yeah, very smart fellow. Very smart fellow.
Very far from it.
Yeah.
I was a troubled child.
GPA, that's got to make your book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could fill a book with all the weird shit that's happened to me in my life.
Catching up with the audience because I've been neglecting him. Disco Dan says, it's probably fine. That's referencing our previous security issues. Hawkeye says felonies are worth sidetracking for. Buzzkid says Gonky is awesome.
Thank you.
Strangely, I agree, but
That's
such a
the one
serious
you've got to
profile
pay
picture.
for. That's the one you pod, Gonky. Consortium XF says Mover and Gonky bail fund. Thank you. That's MJ, right, Doug?
Affirmative.
Yeah, I don't know why
Thanks,
it's not
MJ.
doing the right titles. Spearhead Global says Gonky is just like my always happy uncle doing federal offense on the fly, not realizing it. Just kidding. He was a model citizen just like Gonky.
Thank you.
The thing about Gonky is he'll commit a felony on this show and I will go to jail.
I'll visit.
Dude, Gonky's
Will
got a
not.
fan club.
Yeah.
I don't know why, man.
You have a huge fan club.
The pretty ones always do.
Dude, come on.
Islamic
I have a face
Steak
for
says,
radio.
is it worse to be a UAV pilot or a Wizzo?
Oh no.
Or what about a Wizzo UAV pilot?
Yeah, I don't know. We kind of had it pretty.
Oh, dude.
Oof, that hurts. Hurts me in the field.
Took us a while to get our wings too.
What did the wings, what was in the center? What'd you put there? Like the prop?
No, it was like a globe with like a little arrow shooting straight up because it was supposed to signify this space thing. I'm just happy I had wings.
The
At first we
space
didn't get-
thing? Why?
Yeah,
because
of
of Starlink, because that's how you
yeah.
talk to it.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
funny. We originally weren't going to get wings in it. We were just going to stay. We were going to have to follow all the aircrew rules, and we were not going to get treated like air.
They should put like a little joystick.
Yeah,
Like just
Whatever. Just earning us
Gonky.
friends here, buddy. It's like,
No, I'm just trying to help here.
little
okay.
controller. Yeah,
Yeah, something, like an Xbox controller or something. Gonky's not a gamer, so he doesn't know about these things. Thomas Kazansky, Kozak says, evening, gents. Mover, watched the AI store review. Almost had beer coming out of my nose. Hilarious. Gonky, did you watch that video?
Not
Did you
yet,
read that
sir.
article?
Not yet, sir.
Yeah, of course not. Why would you?
wow.
Fifi,
Why would you?
like wife, kids, all that.
That's
Yeah,
all.
I get
Whoa.
it. I get it.
Yeah.
Jared says, treats for Luna Girl and greetings from Western Australia. Dude, check out this.
That's a P40, isn't it?
No,
Yeah, that looks like a P40.
good. Very healthy aircraft. John says, you're inspiring me to start the Ready or Not and Police Simulator podcast. Do you play any other games there, Fifi? or simulations or whatever you want to call them?
I hate myself, so Star Citizen is one of them. Don't ever play that game. It's terrible, but it's great, but it's terrible. And lately, actually, my other one has been World of Sea Battles. It's like you drive pirate ships around and you shoot stuff. That's where it's at.
Yar.
But other than that, no, I'm too busy doing school and chasing a toddler around the house.
What are you studying or teaching?
I am studying project management.
Oh, you're going to be a pimp?
Yeah. Well, you know what they say. If you can't do the job, just tell somebody else how to do it. So
that's what Gonky usually does.
I legitimately don't know how to do the job, though. So I mean,
anyway. Heat Seeking says, speaking of DCS, when are you going to finish Ace Combat 7? Ludicrous Speed. I got to do that. One of these days. Well, gentlemen, are you ready to speak about the news of the world today?
buckle up.
Hold on. Fire says Colin Powell's daughter babysat me at Fort Leavenworth when my dad was a staff officer there, circa early 80s.
Nice.
Yeah.
We've got a whole circle of Colin Powell here.
Yeah. Six steps from Kevin Bacon.
Did you get to meet George Jr.?
No, I never got to meet W. It was really mainly that administration.
Did you get to meet the dog? He had some dogs, didn't he? Like some Cocker Spaniels or something?
HW, I don't know. I was super young. I was
one
like
of them
4.
Bush 1 or 2 had some Cocker Spaniels.
I know W had Barney, right? He had Barney the little, I think it was like what was the mustache dog? I always called it the mustache dog.
Oh yeah, Schnauzer.
Yeah, Schnauzers.
All right, Gonky. A lot of news lately. I guess Doug's already cued this. We are famous.
This is wild.
Roll the tape, Douglas. What sound, please?
Konuşuyoruz. Amerikalılar da keyifle konuşmaya başlamışlar. Amerikalı 2 pilot. Az önce de zaten vurgu yapmıştık. Bunlar Amerika savaş uçaklarını kullanan.
Look, they're talking about it so we can read it.
Hava füze kullanmış, ateşlemiş, standoff mühimmat
Previously used and fired air missiles and fired ammunition.
So this is a newscast in Turkey.
Yeah, it's like they're CNN.
They're CNN.
Has come to the forefront. Oh no, we wanted to talk what? It's important to talk about Red Apple based on their findings because they say you praise yourself too much. Gonky! No!
Oh, dude.
Right there.
So
he listens to the Americans.
Okay.
Oh no!
I think he designed it. He's the engineer. He's the
Hey, it's me talking.
chairman or the CEO of the company that did this.
It was me in English.
Ondan bahsediyorlar.
She flies with F1.
It's the same size as a Viper.
Bu mesela önemli. Burada durduralım.
Let's stop it here. They're analyzing us like we're analyzing.
Daha küçük, daha ufak.
Oh, they don't like when you call it a drone.
Algılanıyor ya hep.
But
We're
drones
talking about
just mean
size.
unmanned.
Look at that, dude. They're hung up on the side.
Unmanned warrior.
Kol uçuşunun, kol yürüyüşünün, fil
my God.
yürüyüşünün, uçuşun,
We are so
görüntüsünün
under
paylaşılmış
investigation
olması
right
çok
now.
kıymetli. Yani bu kızlarımın aslında ne kadar
This is like Turkey
büyük
CNN,
olduğunu da
And we're on it. Look
gözler
at
önüne
that.
sermiş olduk.
Viper'le
Gözden
aynı
kıyas.
boyutta demesi ne oluyor?
I'm gonna have to get you guys' autographs.
What does it mean?
It's
The
the same
Viper's the
size
same
as the
size.
Viper. The top version of the Viper Block 70 is the F-16 size. They don't understand the Viper part.
No, he's probably like, these are fighting Falcons. What the hell is a
No,
Viper?
yeah, because everybody thinks Block 70 is the only Viper. Oh, look, they're in metric. We don't understand metric.
Same size as
Let's
the Viper.
continue, friends. Yeah.
Big airplane.
Büyük
Oh,
uçak. Onlar da
He says big plane.
tutuyorlar. Kızıl elmanın kalkışını görüyoruz bir yandan.
Oh, why are we on the Turkish news,
I think
Gonky?
it's awesome. You
There
know
we
what, dude?
go.
We praised them. We actually praised them, dude, in this
What do I
video.
think about a drone shooting BVR? I mean, I think
I
the
mean,
technology's probably been around for a while. They've actually gone out and done it. Questions in my mind just to kind of nerd out about it is
Nerd out.
It has a ESA radar. I mean, did it do its own targeting? Or
Yes.
did it did its own targeting?
Yes, that's the thing.
This
Is
was
it
before
used
my
its own
camera.
radar?
Evet,
Stop
IS
working.
radarı var. Hedefini kendi mi belirledi?
You
diye
gotta bring back
soruyor.
the
Pilot
goatee.
arkadaşı da evet diyor
His
ve
pilot
bunu
friend also
muhteşem
says
bir şey
yes, and they
olarak
consider it a wonderful
değerlendiriyorlar.
thing. Yeah, we're going to
Go
jail.
out and
Gonky.
find a target, detect the target, lock it, identify it as the target.
Oh
and
no,
successfully
there's
shoot it.
all the
That's-
secrets you're
that's
giving them.
pretty
Çok havalı diyorlar. Kızıl elma için hakikaten çok havalı bir şey.
You say it's
Aynı
very
zamanda
cool.
ilerleyen
cool
dakikalarında bu
apple.
görüntülerin,
What is a red apple?
hava
That's
hava
that's
mühimmatını
English of
bir
what they're doing. That's the English
Oh.
version of.
Visual range demek. Yani görüş
görüş ötesi füzeyi
füze
bir
demek
ülkenin
yani. O da
kendisinin
gök hava.
It is also-
üretiyor olması da muhteşem
Are
bir
they
şey.
mad
Çünkü
at
çok
us?
pahalı bir
Hava-
şey.
They're mad at us, Gonky.
füzelerin
I gotta
füze
cancel my vacation to
teknolojisinin
Turkey,
en üst
dude.
katmanı.
Is that, does that guy have a cane or is it a
I
stick?
think my
that he's-
passport's been canceled.
That's a whip, dude.
Bütün oynayan, hareket eden
That's a
hedefler
straight up whip.
vuruyor.
All
Füze
moving
hareket
targets are
eden-
shooting at
Bu
each
çok zor
other.
bir şeydir.
This is a
Yani
very
diyor ki,
difficult
o
thing to
hayran
do when
kalıyorlar.
moving a
Yani
missile.
BVR'ı da
So
kendileri
it says they're
üretti.
amazed.
Şimdi bu
So they
diyor
produce
ki,
BVR
bu
themselves?
Lemoyne,
Bakın BVR'ı
Savaş
vuran
Oh
bir
no, now
drone.
it's me again.
Now this lemon is the drone.
bu diyor
Oh, look,
ki
there's my-
füzeyi de kendileri üretiyorlar
Evet.
diyor. Biliyorsunuz diyor savaş anında diyor en çabuk
In
tükenen
times of
şey
war, the
hava
fastest thing to run
füzeleri.
out.
Füzeleri.
Oh my
Yani
God,
çok
they
da
are
fazla yok
analyzing what I
herhalde
said.
ülkelerin envanterinde
Gonky,
bunlar.
people
Çünkü çok
watch the
pahalı
show.
bir şey.
Tabii. Kritik
Çok
Oh my
pahalı
God.
bir şey.
mallar, evet.
İşte bir ara Yunanistan Türkiye'ye sattı.
You mean it's not
meteor
just
falan
Alec and his
filan diye
friends?
See, they're
yalvardı
saying I'm right.
Fransa'ya yani. Ama
Yeah,
biz
this is
kendimiz
like-
üretiyoruz. Ha bu arada meteorda aldık.
I'm
orası
vindicated by
ayrı
Turkish
yani.
CNN.
Onlar da tabii yedekte bizde dursun yani. Bu geçiş döneminde elimizde
Tabii,
olsun yani.
tabii.
Ama Gökdoğan'ı ürettik. Yani
Oh, they should be
Gökdoğan
available as
hakikaten
during
çok
the we produce
hızlı
them
bir
now.
gelişim gösterdi.
Wow, dude.
Very
Bir
rapidly.
anda
They
bir
keep
baktık
going to the guy
200
waving.
kilometre, 150 plus diye geçiyor.
Well,
200 kilometre
Is that
menzile
that's you guys in that right? In the
ulaşmış
two seats.
ve
So who's sitting in the back
kaçış
seat for
imkansız
that one?
bölgesi mesela 100 kilometre.
No, that's the
Tekrar
Turkish
neden
CEO
mi?
who
Yeah.
gave a long, very long
Meteorun
speech.
kaçış imkansız bölgesi
Yeah,
60
Mover-
kilometre. Bizim Gökdoğan'ın
Mover's like,
Yes.
this guy's a big wig over there. Whatever he's doing in the back of the
Tabii.
Viper. Look at him waving like an idiot.
Yani dolayısıyla hani tamam menzil hemen yakaladı.
Yani 100 kilometre uzaktaki bir X.
No, we didn't say anything about the
düşman
range. No. Don't put us in jail. We didn't talk about ranges. No.
Gökdoğan
No,
200
no.
kilometre menzilli ya.
Hı hı.
200 kilometreden
Yeah.
bir hedefe
Hı.
bunu
I don't
ateşleyebiliyor.
know, dude.
Eğer füze
200
You know,
meters away? That's not
100
far. That's like
kilometre
150
kalmışsa
feet or
artık
something. 100 feet.
199, 98
Yeah.
o hedefin artık kaçar tarafı yok.
Yeah, I think
Herkes
that's-
nereye giderse gitsin
Dude,
vuruyor.
this thing's still going?
Takip ediyor değil mi?
Yeah.
It's a
I
12
think that's it.
minute
That's it for us,
Yani
though,
eğer-
man. They like we were their.
Yeah, you guys were the lead.
The subject matter experts. You guys should build them. Send them a bill.
You know,
How do we copyright strike?
we're like, let's copyright strike.
If you know what's going to happen, we're going to get copyright struck
You're
for
right.
showing ourselves like they're going to have the copyright because A News is probably like better than B News, slightly worse than C News.
Dude, isn't just technology absolutely
That's brilliant.
amazing? It's like just yeah. Where do we go from here, Mover? Well, other than
Jail.
other than jail.
Somebody mentioned Leavenworth.
Right.
Other than jail.
Right to jail. Who is the guy that babysits in Leavenworth? We're going to need him.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo.
Uh,
What's
Hey,
his name?
Fifi,
Big
can you
Al?
call your buddy Colin Powell and get us out of this?
He died.
He died, dude.
Use the Ouija
Years
board.
ago.
I don't know.
He died years ago. Mover. Oh, dude.
Damn it.
Oh, we just-
See, this ain't the news or nothing.
Oh my god.
yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
well.
well,
that's
yeah,
fine.
that's us in Turkey, Fifi.
That's awesome.
Yeah, if you stick around long enough with your podcast, you too could end up on Turkish news.
Yeah, we've ended up on a few places, but not Turkish news.
Yeah, tell us
You
about
know-
that. Where have you ended up?
Am I allowed to say it?
Yeah, we're an hour in. They can't cancel us now.
Yeah. Well, when we first started the podcast, we found out that we were like, man, people are like really watching it. We're getting so many views, and then we were getting into learning the analytics, and it turns out we were showing up on a lot of adult sites in a certain subcontinent in Asia. So,
Like OnlyFans?
yeah, you could say that.
Dude, kids watch this show, so let's not tell them where to go.
Yeah, you could say that. But like, yeah,
Every time I start to say something funny, I realize kids watch this show.
yeah, you have to. Yeah, you're a hero.
I'm not a hero.
Ruin it.
No, that's the problem.
You are, dude. Role model mover.
insert that little clip of was it Thor saying because that's what heroes do.
Honestly, if you watch that whole clip, like we didn't bash what they did. We
You
actually
did.
kind of
You said it
No,
looked
we
like
didn't.
propaganda.
Okay. I just said there wasn't much substance in that clip. That it was a
Sustenance. By the way,
Is that a word?
this weekend,
Sustenance. Sorry, I forgot a couple
this
syllables.
weekend, Gonky discovered that
Dang
it's
it.
not sort of speak.
It's sort of speak.
So to speak.
Well, in
3
Gonky's
words.
English, it's sort of speak.
Sort of speak. Yeah. Just like sea snakes.
Oh, dude.
Let's see. Joseph says Mover and Gonky react to Turkey. CNN reaction to Mover and Gonky's reaction to the new Turkish Air Force exercise.
That's about right. That's about right.
Dude, they need to cover that now.
This could be an endless loop.
You need to, you need to clip that. That needs to be the title of the clip when you
We'll generate. Yo, dog, I heard you like reactions. So here's us reacting to your reaction of us reacting to your reaction.
See how long we can make it go, man.
No, dude. Well, I mean, so if that's their CNN, maybe we'll get on their Fox News.
Oh,
They have one. I don't mean.
It's probably they got A News. It's probably B News. It's just the next one over.
I kind of don't want to be on anybody's news, to be honest. But I mean, yeah.
Okay. Which one has the good-looking weather girls?
Mexico. I didn't know that. I didn't know that immediately.
Why'd you know that? Why do you know that?
He's heard. He's heard that it was
Allegedly.
Mexico.
Allegedly, correct.
Allegedly. I saw a thing the other day where they're like, it's serious when they get rid of the hot weather girl and like a dude shows up to give you the weather in Mexico because that means it's actually a legit typhoon or something rolling in off the West Coast. Oh, we're off the rails. John says Anderson Cooper called. He's mad he didn't get first right of refusal for an interview. Well, turns out they didn't interview us. They just copied and pasted our own stuff and then gave us no credit. They didn't link to our video to give us more Turkey A viewership.
I mean, by this route that you're taking, you guys are slated to now be
In jail.
like national news correspondents and then possibly the Secretary of War. So,
Well, we are of the appropriate rank for such a job. So,
yeah.
I mean, let's be
Terminal major.
honest. We're right there, dude. I mean,
War in Turkey.
well, I don't. Yeah.
Dude, Turkey, we honestly could fill the whole show with Turkey because they had the thing about producing the con in Pakistan. There's like a whole bunch of stuff I didn't put on there. They're producing drones in Pakistan. Like there's this whole thing. We could get 1 billion views and end up just as like their permanent segment.
But the thing is, I mean, they're doing interesting stuff, right? So we just talk about it because it's interesting, right? I mean,
We weren't wrong.
No, of course. I mean,
We probably weren't right, but we weren't wrong.
Look, man, this show is fighter pilot water cooler talk. All right, so like you show me
Washed
a video.
up fighter pilot water cooler talk.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We're talking AIM-9 Papas in the world of AMRAAM. Like we don't know what's going on right now.
Just bullets, baby.
Well, technically, you guys are Papa Fives because you guys have just been exported. So, little DCS nerddom right there. I got schooled on the
way beyond the pale. That gutsy move, Mav.
People, the real lesson here, though, is you should always question whatever news you listen to, their sources. Continue, Mover.
Joe says, well, if I die tomorrow, at least I saw Mover and Gonky on Turkish TV. Ironically, we may die tomorrow because we were on Turkish TV.
I love my life.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We've got Boeing and Mossad parked right outside our driveway right now.
Not
just waiting for us
suicidal.
to
Yeah.
kill the stream. Oh, there we go. Jared again says, coming soon, Dogfight Brothers, Turkish currency. How many countries are we up to not being allowed in?
I don't know, dude. I'm just staying here.
Full Afterburner USA. You guys should react to this news station reaction to your video. We just did. Also, Mover, that reaction to the AI story about the F-22 girl. Gonky, you gotta watch.
Must have been good. I'll watch it, man. I'll watch it.
Because you know you're not going to read that much. So at least let me read it to you via video and give me a click.
Okay.
Give me a view. It's a
give you
longer
some.
video. It's not a short video. You're going to have to watch it like in the bathroom or wherever you go when you're hiding. Inska says, hope you guys read this. That TV channel is government propaganda. No one except for people who really love the government watch them. It's considered a shame.
Perfect. Perfect.
We have brought, you have brought great shame upon the House of Hartsock and the House of Lemoyne.
Oh, dude.
Poor Luna. We have brought
Oh,
shame
man.
on Luna.
Damn
Damn
it.
it.
We're nothing but government propaganda utensils.
Well, that's true.
Flushed everybody's credibility
Yeah.
right down the toilet on that one.
It was amazing when the Chinese waitress just showed up out of nowhere the other day. Oh, dogfight, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good.
Well done. Yes.
Yes, of course. Tell us everything. Okay,
Spicy
hey,
cheese.
real news here.
Hit it.
Doug, do we have a better source than that?
Let me
What is
see
it,
what
Turkish-
I, what
Turkish
else I
news?
got.
Just find one. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I'll just have to Google it.
Anyway, but we could talk about it until then. Last week, Thunderbird 5, thankfully, I say thankfully, had a successful ejection. I don't know what the status of the pilot was beyond minor injuries, but ejected in California out there.
Winter training? That's where they do.
Yeah, I think in November they start their winter training, getting ready for training up the new cadre of folks here. Doug's got it. Southern California pilot ejects safely, and this was on what day?
It's 5 days ago, right?
Yeah, December 3rd.
Yeah, 10:45.
So kind of old news, but this is our first time talking about a show. But there's video of the aftermath, so you see the ejection and then the fireball. But it's a pretty fortunate thing that the pilot got out, and obviously there's going to be an investigation. But there was something they talk about the hydrazine, and that's something when the EPU fires. So it's if you get that ammonia smell, it's very toxic, like super, super toxic for your lungs. You know, anytime you fired the EPU, you were on 100% oxygen, and they had to use precautions when they approached the aircraft. So anytime there's a crash site with an F-16, whether or not it fired, it doesn't really say whether it did fire, which would indicate an engine problem. But I did, and this is pure speculation, see a thing that was talking about how a few days earlier, they posted a video, of the aircraft in the Hush House, which I have that right here.
Doing an engine run?
Yes.
Yeah, I read something that they had just changed the motor on it.
Yeah.
Right
So
before.
they, Doug, we're going to have to remove yours. So here's a video 1 week ago. So just a few days before this happened. It says, before an F-16 takes to the sky, its heart, the engine, gets put to test deep inside the Hush House. Our maintainers power up the engine in a controlled environment designed to handle the roar of a fighting Falcon, a.k.a.
That's
Viper.
cool.
It's really cool. Every vibration, every sound, every parameter is checked with precision. It's great, technical, and absolutely essential to the safety performance of every Thunderbird aircraft. This is where Thunder is born. And yeah, somebody's right. This aged horribly. But I don't know that this is the same aircraft. But it is kind of awful timing. Yeah, no, that is the same aircraft because it says 5 on it. Yeah. So
yeah.
We don't know, obviously, what caused the mishap, but just kind of would be the which, I mean, I don't want to blame maintainers or anything, obviously, but that's just maintenance happens, something gets missed, and I mean, I don't know, Gonky, what do you think?
Yeah, it crashed just south of Trone Airport near Death Valley on a routine training flight. So, I mean, hey, man, Thunderbirds, Blue Angels, I mean, they do, the aerial demonstration team. They're out there pushing the envelope, flying low to the ground, and, their schedule is demanding. So maintenance
and logistics, everything is, pushed up quite a bit. And dude, it's like we said before, you fly high performance airplanes. Sometimes accidents happen. Thank God the pilot got out. All reports that I've seen shows that pilot's okay, which is the most important thing. And get another F-16. The important thing is to find out either, what failed, what went wrong, what process didn't quite work out, fix it, and then prevent, a future mishap like this from happening. But, like I said, I'm just glad that nobody was hurt, and it's just an airplane that was lost. I mean, it's obviously a total loss. It's pretty big gouge into the ground there. So, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and the whole engine run thing could be just one big coincidence because he could have been in a different jet. He could have been, I mean,
we don't know what caused it. It might have been
really horrible timing.
Yeah,
to be right after you do that. I don't know, Fifi. What do you think, man?
I mean, like you guys said, it could just be anything. I mean, all we can do is speculate and just throw a bunch of random junk out there, and the optics are terrible, unfortunately, just because of that. And curious to see what it is. Glad the pilot got out, and glad nobody else got hurt, and live to fight another day. That's really what it's all about at that point. Equipment's just equipment.
Yeah. Well, moving on. This one much sadder and not a successful thing, and there's not a lot of good sources. Doug, I don't know which one we have. Per reports, Russian bomber parked in the aircraft shelter, activated both its ejection seats, sending both the pilot and navigator into the shelter roof. If you scroll down, I don't think that's the right picture, because I don't think it was a Su-34. I think it was a fencer. There's another source in the comments that we had that might be better, but people have asked in our comments, regardless of which one, I'll find the right answer. But how something like that happens, and you got an ejection seat that is sequenced, and an accidental ejection can cause both seats to fire. And if you're inside a hardened shelter, those seats will try to clear the aircraft and will hit whatever's above it. We've talked about mishaps like that, where it's an inadvertent ejection. We had the T6 mishap. That was very tragic. It was not the same in that it went over and down through the sunshade. This actually just went straight up into it, but obviously it's not survivable. And it's horrific for the families of the people that, were in the aircraft, plus the maintainers. I mean, they were standing there launching the aircraft off and probably did everything they could to save them, but that's just not something that's a survivable incident.
Mover, did they say at all what caused it?
No. No,
Yeah.
I mean, dude, that's an investigation. I mean, they're not going to say what caused it. Not now.
I mean, man, ejection seats. I mean, it's basically loaded gun, right? So there's a couple things in pilot training that will get you an instant down. And one of them is if you goon up the seat safe, seat arm, seat pinned mantra. It's a very, the ejection seat is, man, it can save your life and sadly can end it. And it's not, it's not all that, these Russians don't know what they're doing. Like Mover's talking about, man, it's happened, in Western countries. Unfortunately, we've accidentally killed people accidentally being ejected from airplanes in the States. And it's just, it's sad. That's a terrible way to go.
Yeah, I'm looking at another article that's got the Su-24. I don't know that we know which one it was, because I haven't found a definitive, but it doesn't really matter. Right. Obviously Su-34, Su-24, or whatever it's going to be, same thing. You've got a crew, you've got a sequenced ejection. And you know, whether it's so like the one, the T6, his D-ring got caught because he was bending over to release his leg garters, and his D-ring got caught. And when he leaned back, it got caught in the handle. And I don't know, depending on which aircraft it is, whether it's the Su-34 or the Su-24 or whatever. I don't know what how their ejection seat is, but like you said, man, it could. I mean, it could go either way.
Yeah. It's no bueno, man.
I don't know, Fifi. What do you think, man?
Sad. It really sucks. Hey, I feel bad for the maintainers because they're gonna have to clean up after that. Like, if it was a hardened aircraft shelter and they went straight into the concrete and iron on top, like, I mean, it's like
someone got to clean it.
Yeah,
well, I mean, and did the guy on the ground? I mean, if you've got a crew chief that's standing nearby, the rocket blast could injure, you know, because you've got two rocket motors firing in a very compressed, enclosed space.
And the canopy flying off, dude. Those canopies can weigh 1,000 pounds, you know?
Canopy coming off, those the seats. I mean, obviously, you're probably not going to get man seat separation. They were probably in the seat still when they made impact. But, dude, that's the biggest fear about ejection seat aircraft, man. You're sitting on a rocket.
Yeah, man. I know I was always, you know, as a Navy guy, if you were anywhere near the island, I mean, it's like if you needed to eject, you roll the dice, right? You might go into the antennas or hit the island.
Yeah.
It's even taxiing back, like on just, you know, coming back from a sortie landing, you know, on base. I was always in the habit of leaving my shoulder straps on. So I was connected to the parachute. I'd unstrap everything else except the shoulders just in case, you know, whoever I was flying with forgot, made a mistake. Maybe I did, and we somehow accidentally get ejected. At least I'm going to have the chute and not fall to my death. But I mean, dude, ejection seats, like, they're like a seatbelt. It'll save you or it'll kill you. I mean, it's a rocket powered seat, right? What could go wrong? So,
well, dude, remember the incentive flyer at Barnes?
Oh yeah, the Eagle ejection.
Oh yeah.
I mean, luckily, that would have been both of them if they had not been in solo.
Right.
You know, that is a non-qualified crew member pulls the handle. That goes, and only because the selector was in solo. If they had been sequenced, they both would have gone.
Oh, dude, 2 years ago, Boeing, right? They had a brand new F-15 out there, and I think it happened at Scott. They were doing testing, and there's a Navy Super Hornet Wizzo type in the back, and he accidentally punched them both out. I mean, it happens, right? The Tomcat had the given incentive ride to the surface warfare officer. He ejected himself. Like I said, I think so. Yeah, I think he was like the battle group commander. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's just not. It's not like a Russian thing.
No. This is anybody.
A fighter thing. Yeah, high performance airplane thing.
It's. I mean, I don't care who it is. It sucks. I mean, it's awful.
Yeah.
But yeah. Let's see, we got some people. Nope, we don't. So Gonky, this has made big time news, and I'm going to lean on your experience because you've done a lot of foreign relations. So this is making big time news. Japan protests after Chinese J-15 fighters lock radar on JASDF jets near Okinawa. That's a picture of the J-15 from a Japanese P-3C MPA released by the Ministry of Defense. They announced that the F-15 took off from the carrier, right?
J-15.
Yeah, the J-15 took off from the carrier, Southern Island of Okinawa, and intermittently. Well, it doesn't say who was it though, right?
What do you mean?
What kind of aircraft? Oh, it was
F-15. Yeah,
F-15.
Yep.
So J-15 launched from the Chinese Navy aircraft carrier Liaoning, intermittently directed its radar at JSDF F-15 was conducting an intercept response over international airspace southeast of Okinawa. As on December 6th, which was 2 days ago, second incident happened when the J-15 from the same carrier illuminated its radar at a different F-15 operating the area. Also said no damage or crew, obviously, because they're just locking. According to the military, this is the first time Tokyo has formally disclosed an incident with the Chinese military aircraft. It says the fighter aircraft radars operate in two main modes: wide area search, used to detect and track, and fire control mode that provides precise tracking. In search, radar sweeps, intermittent illumination of a single aircraft. Fire control mode is basically single target track, optimized for weapons guidance or a continuous wave. You scrolled too much, Doug. I can't see that because of my. There we go. They use ESA, which can also shift automatically from search to fire control tracking when designated a target. Yeah, there's a lot of academics here, but did not specify what type, and he didn't want to reveal what they knew. But China said that the aircraft was conducting flight training over international waters off Okinawa, and they repeatedly approached the Chinese Navy's training airspace to harass operations and posing a serious threat to flight safety. At the same time, they did not address the radar illumination. But so they kind of concur that they were operating, but they don't agree on the locking part. And yeah, there are no intrusions in the Japanese territorial waters. So Gonky, I ask you, you've intercepted some foreign or been involved with foreign aircraft.
Yes, sir.
Is this an act of war?
No. Just my opinion, of course. But okay, so as the Chinese Navy builds more carriers and is able to project power more, they're going to be out in international waters doing what we do, which is flight training, exercises, off the boat, obviously. I mean, kind of talked about it in the article there, right? So J-15, two modes of radar. Well, I mean, if you want the most accurate data on a target out there or another airplane, you're probably going to, lock them up just to see. And, it's peacetime. So, I mean, there's no harm in it. I mean, I've locked up airliners. I've locked up Iranian airplanes.
So you're out there trying to start World War III, apparently.
Yeah, dude. It's
we were all lucky Gonky has not started an international incident.
What's that Dos Gringos song?
Two switches away. Just two switches away.
Well, but here's the thing. Okay. Second question is, if the J-15s were doing training, do they have any air-to-air loadout? Maybe they're just cruising out there with whatever centerline tank, or J-15s probably
maybe
slick,
they just wanted to do some DACT.
Or that, right? So just because they use the term fire control radar locked on the target, blah blah blah. Look, dude, did the Japanese F-15s lock up the J-15s? It never says, right? And of course, I don't know if that would be reported. In fighter planes, it's not that big of a deal.
Well, hold on now. In the documentary Top Gun, it is a very big deal.
Okay, dude. Listen, if you're like, if you're
almost did make it back because of that.
Wife and kids, sir, you almost orphaned them and never even seen them.
Yeah.
If it's wartime, if you expect hostilities, then of course, man, like you're gonna, there's yeah, of course that matters. But if you're out in international waters, it's peacetime. You got a Chinese carrier out there. You would assume they're out there doing training, flying around. So if you go out to take a look and you get close to the carrier, what we do, if we see something coming at the carrier, we will turn fighters towards it, maybe even intercept it. I mean, the Indians sent out a Bear bomber, and I certainly locked him up, as did my flight lead, and we did a high-speed, supersonic join up on that. What I'm saying is, this is normal behavior, in my opinion, of naval assets out in international waters. And I'm I'd be very surprised if the Japanese F-15s didn't also lock up the J-15s, not in any kind of like, we'll take this, but just as, hey, let's lock them up so I get some accurate range data, some accurate target aspect data, just to, you know,
do
build
you
a better.
need to do that with an ESA, or is it just building track files? And
Well, I mean, without going to jail, I'll just say, that, you know, sometimes there's different reasons for taking a lock. It's nothing.
Yeah.
It's no big deal, man. The media just blowing this way out of proportion. You know, if they started throwing lead at one another, then you'd have something to talk about. I mean, dude, it's nothing different than what I did. And it, you know, we certainly weren't trying to be hostile. We were just trying to expeditiously join up, or just see what the intentions are, right? I mean, think about if you're a Chinese carrier cruising around out there and a couple Japanese F-15s come out, you're like, whoa, what's, you know, they're probably just coming out to say hi, take some pictures. But, you know, you're going to have your protocols for intercepts, like we do in every other country, and that's what you're going to follow. And right now, you know, let's hope forever it's peacetime, and during peacetime, that's what's going to happen. So, I mean, the intercepts that are happening with the, you know, over the Arctic there, the bear bombers and all that, you know, fighters are locking up bombers. It's no big deal. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't imagine people doing no lock intercepts on these things. Like,
dude, yeah. In fact, I mean, you increase your chance of a minute because you get the best V sub C and all that stuff when you got them locked up, right? So, I mean, it's actually a safer rendezvous if you got them locked up, man. I mean, anybody who plays DCS could probably attest to this, right?
Well, so, I think the bigger concern from the Japanese perspective is how close they were with the carrier group, right? They're parked over, like this is a new thing, and the Chinese have obviously got, you know, territorial expansion in these waters, right? And now they've got these ships and they're showing off their capabilities, and you know, they're kind of flexing their sea power. And I think this is less about the blocking and more about the, oh yeah, we're going to use this as a, you know, why were you doing this? Why are you guys out here?
I mean, but I mean, what do you they're not building carriers to just, you know, park them in port. I mean, they're going to steam them around the world like other countries have done with carriers. And, you know, aircraft carriers are all about power projection, and, you know, during wartime. So during peacetime, you're probably going to train to that. So, I mean, how close is close, right? I don't know, man. I mean, in the Air Force, you guys, you did some intercepts, didn't you, Mover? And did you do some intercepts?
Not against anybody that hated me. I mean, they probably hated me, but not for those reasons.
Okay. All right.
Not for, you know, love of country, just hate of Mover.
Yeah. I mean, summed up, I think it's sensationalism, but dude, what do I know?
But I had a crappy radar, so I'd lock everything. If I saw,
this is what I'm talking about,
country, I was single target track on everybody. Every airliner, everything that the thing would lock, I would lock.
Everything that had raw gear was screaming. We get it.
Yeah. I got yelled at a lot because I needed that radar. I was kind of anyway. FIFI, you're in DCS. Somebody locks you. Is it fights on?
I mean, typically, yeah, because you're in DCS, you shoot each other down, right? So it's not like it's anything else. It's not like there's geopolitics involved in DCS in that sense. I think I'm just surprised that the public is still shocked that countries play this cat and mouse game. Like,
right?
This is the same country that was just trying to run over a Filipino Coast Guard ship at some point in time, and, you know, wrecked into each other, and, you know, all sorts of stuff. So, I mean, we do it, like you said, we do it with the bear bombers. China does it. Japan does it. I'm sure we do it off the coast of Taiwan. Like, it's all sorts of stuff. I mean, you always hear the alleged stories about like submarines doing all the crazy cat and mouse chases, you know, all throughout, you know, the world's oceans and stuff. This is normal. I don't understand why people are so shocked about it right now.
Because it's a political talking point, right?
Right.
You know, I mean, you run your fighter into RP3, you intercept, you do an unsafe intercept, it's all about raising awareness and attention from a geopolitical standpoint to the fact that these other actors from foreign state actors are too close. Like if they were in international waters, off our coast, and
We did the same thing.
a couple Fresno Eagles got locked up when they went out that way, it would be U.S. news. It'd be the same thing. The Japanese are going, this carrier's too close. We don't like this, but that's their justification. That's the, that's what riles people up. Is it? Oh, well, they were single target track using their fire control radar to make sure that we knew that they were locking, and next thing was a shot.
Could have just been a Chinese mover out there locking everything up.
On 2 separate days. Those are just my days to fly.
Dealer's choice out here, boys.
Yeah. I mean, that's, never explain. What is it? Never explain with malice what can be explained with pure incompetence.
Yeah.
Like, dude, seriously, I guarantee you Chinese fighter pilots make the same mistakes that U.S. fighter pilots. Some young Chinese wingman who's just out there just slewable in the direction and locks up whatever it is, shoots down his own tanker, because we do that kind of stuff. Same thing. He's like, he got back to his ready room and they're like, dude, what are you locked to? That's not even in your airspace.
Well, it's funny is because let's tie this to DCS somehow, but like we were doing like a little flight, just like a fun low level, and I was leading the flight, and there was like 6 aircraft behind, and I think like number 4 was radar trail on 3 to try to stay close, and there's a bunch of bleed over. So who knows? Maybe those Chinese jets were even locking each other up, and maybe the Japanese jets.
Nah, because you'll know. Over. I mean, you'll like. I mean, they're getting spiked. I believe that. It's just like, I think it's more of a. Oh, really? We went and looked at him. He's, he locked us up because we want to have a reason to talk about it.
Yeah.
It's international public opinion.
And then you get all sweaty and you have to get talked down by your wingman down to the landing.
You can tell by the words they use. No, who says fire control radar locked them up?
People who have no idea what they're talking about.
Like those words are like.
Tried to bore side lock and got an FCR fail. That's what it's called. Fire control radar.
Well, that's
Finley turned into the sun.
That's right. So, I don't think
those gringos explain all of geopolitics.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, good talk. We've got Kevin who says, don't forget the Chinese crashing into a P3 in the early 2000s showing off.
I think that's because he didn't lock him up. Didn't have his radar on, dude. So he mishandled the joint up.
Can you imagine how far China has progressed since that time? Because that was like what, a J7. Yeah, it was like it was a J7, and now we're talking J20s, J35s.
Dude, the J7 fire control radar was the black marker that the dude just draw a little crosshair in his front windscreen. Like that, I mean, they've come so far since that event. It's wild.
It's like a handheld cop radar.
Oh, yeah, 100%. He's dude. Yeah. Yeah, dude. You're right. It's wild, man.
I mean, it is. It's totally, they have like accelerated their Air Force.
Yes.
So, let's see here. New report says, CSAF says the Air Force. Nope. Douglas.
That is not that.
Wrong Air Force.
Yeah.
So close.
Different CSAF.
I thought we did that last week and completely ignored it. Give me just a second.
This is what happens when your AI gets self-aware, just starts ignoring things.
That's going to be a hard one to find. We do the
Doug
Koreans while
Doug
I look for it.
3.0 will be better, dude.
All right, Doug.
Doug 3.0 will be better when they
Gonky,
give us the
you
update.
do this one.
North Korean missile here. Put it up, Doug. North Korea. Okay, so they just had the 80th anniversary of the North Korean Air Force. There's a video on YouTube you can watch. It's somewhat entertaining.
Minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty entertaining. So, North Korea aging fighter jets have a new weapon. So they sighted on the Su-25 a new cruise missile, which resembles the U.S. I think it's the U.S. Taurus, right?
Yeah.
It's sitting there in the hangar. There it is.
Oh man, look at that leather jacket.
I know.
Dude, that's a leather. That's a full trench coat.
Yeah, that's like.
Yeah.
That's
their
like
uniform. Yeah.
Germany
General
1935. Sorry,
General
go ahead.
Al-Din
That's
is
an old Gestapo hand-me-down jacket.
he's rivaling General Al-Din in this, man.
We
yeah,
are going
so
to be on North Korean media now.
Yeah. So there's another shot. So there's been pictures of it on the on the wing station there, the Su-24, and there's been photos of it on the cart there in the hangar, but none of it flying or being tested or flown. So it's all speculation at this point. Yeah. So they're talking about Russia and their involvement with North Korea as far as the whole Ukraine-Russia fight, North Korea helping them out in exchange for weapons. Russia, which has been steadily building close military ties with North Korea, also possesses the KH-59 cruise missile with a similar look. So maybe there's some bleed over technology there. South Korea via the Strike Eagle can carry the Taurus, which there's a picture of the Taurus. And as you can see, there's some similarities. Taurus just standoff weapon, right? So you drop it, the wings pop out, and it flies to its target. Not necessarily fast, but it can fly into some pretty dangerous areas, keep you out of it. So unofficial range of 300 miles, and designed to attack targets buried deep underground. So North Korea may have a similar weapon, but again, hasn't been seen, tested, or flown or launched. Mover, what's your take, sir, on the
if it works
spy photos?
A cardboard replica. It's the whole yours says replica, mine says Desert Eagle 0.50. It's interesting to see it on a Su-25. Like, I don't know. Are the Russians putting cruise missiles on there? Because they're using that a lot in the Ukraine conflict.
I think the Su-25. So I think the Su-25 is probably their primary air to ground or surface airplane, because they got MiG-29s too, primarily air to air, and they got some older stuff. So I think it may just because it is the only flying machine. Yes. That might actually be the actual only aircraft that can carry it. So I don't know.
There was only 3 aircraft in that hangar in that picture, so
that's all they have left.
Flyable. No, actually, if you watch the video, they put up like 5 Su-25s and they did a real nice flyover. And to be honest, I mean, the base and the whole area looked really nice and good flyover. But
so they have, according to the Wikipedia, currently MiG-21, which probably not. MiG-29, maybe. That would be my guess, right? Because they use a multi-role.
Really?
MiG-23, which don't fly that at an air show. Su-7, Su-25, Shenyang F5, which MiG-17, Shenyang J6, MiG-19, Chengdu J7. Yeah,
maybe.
So I would say maybe a MiG-23 or MiG-29.
I don't think
that's just what they have.
I don't think the MiG-29 is going to carry that thing.
Yeah. Well, you don't need to get because it's doing its thing, right? So I guess you don't need. But that is interesting because I guess you could have the Su-25 escorted by the fighters.
I think the question would be the interface. MiG-29 doesn't have the software to unless it's pre-programmed before you take off.
Oh, dude, I mean, these are. I wonder how old, which model MiG-29. I think the first MiG-29s there was no software.
I mean, I think it's possible. I think it's possible North Korea has that stuff just because of the fact that the Chonger probably traded some North Korean troops to Ukraine.
Right. That's what the article talked about. Like that exchange may have caused them to acquire that technology.
Well, in 2025, MiG-29 has launched air-to-air missile resembling the AIM-7 and PL-11 during air drills on May 15th, along with 2 types of glide bombs and air-to-air missile resembling AIM-120. and PL-12 were shown parked next to it. So if they've got glide bombs on the MiG-29, surely they could. This would be in that category, right?
Yeah, I mean, in theory, man. But like FIFI said, it's all the nerd stuff. I mean, I guess technically you could mount and drop anything off of anything. But I mean, it's like where it goes.
Latches and rolling pins. That's all you need.
Well, it says here the IL-28s and H-5 bombers are capable of launching air-launched variant of the Kumsong 3. I didn't make that up. That's what it says. Anti-ship cruise missiles with known flight tests done in 2008 and 2011. So
yeah, well, yeah,
H5, IL-28.
I'm just saying with this new weapon, it has only been photographed on the ground. Well, both times on the ground, mounted on the airplane, and then in the carrier there.
Yeah.
I mean,
go ahead.
Never underestimate, right? But
yeah,
assume that it's possibly real. But I mean, it's not like this technology has been around for decades, and it's assumed at this point that they would eventually get a hold of something like that. I'm more curious about their new ICBMs that they claim can fly 1,000 miles.
Yeah.
I would say,
just kidding.
Yeah. We need a Dimajad to come let us know. All right. Well, hey, we're back on schedule here. Douglas has, which by the way, there's the boss in a jet.
Yeah, dude. He went flying in the Raptor.
He got qualified.
Well, requalified, right?
CSAF leaders, all flying units, step to the jet again, or prop, or helo. Don't be jet supremacist here. Every opportunity to step to the jet is a great privilege for leaders of flying units. Being current qualified builds credibility, demonstrates leading from the front. Hours after Wilsbach assumed the duties of chief of staff, he encouraged commanders and leaders of all flying units to regain active flying status in their primary mission design series, MDS. You scrolled too much. Now it's in front of the camera. Air superiority is not a given. It must be earned every day to maintain our edge as the world's greatest and most powerful Air Force. Our warfighting abilities must be constantly honed. It talks about them doing the Iranian facilities and Midnight Hammer. Flight line operations is both the hardest and most important thing we do. You can't truly understand the ecosystem of the flight line unless you're out there with it. Seeing how support, operations, and maintenance come together in real time as a senior leader, I need that firsthand awareness to recognize where the balance is fragile and where roadblocks exist so that I can help clear them. Flying experience that flight line convergence also enables visceral sense of our battlefield standards that keep our Air Force ready to fight and win. In a contest with a peer adversary, flying acumen experience across total force will be indispensable. Mobility, air crews enable the joint force to overcome the tyranny of distance when operating under mission type orders and anti-access area denial scenarios while facing increased operational risk. And if you scroll down, there's some pictures of the boss flying the Raptor at Langley. Gonky?
Man, I tell you what, I would do the exact same thing. If they're like, Gonky, you're the boss, I'd be like, all right, somebody pull a Hornet out of the
Sir, this is the Air Force. We're going the Rock style. We're going to have Air Force Hornets.
Well, right. Okay. All right. My Air Force fear. Somebody pull a War Talon out of a hangar or a boneyard. No, man, I understand the intent. You do want your commanders, to be as close to, operational stuff as possible, right? Trying to bridge that, it always, I remember when I was a lieutenant, sometimes when I would listen to the more senior folks talk, I'm like, I'm not sure they do this job anymore. But so they're trying to bridge that gap. But the only thing I would say is, and we talk about it all the time on this show, is in the environment of, limited resources, flight hours, fun, all that stuff. It's not like, you could take, I don't know when his last flight in the F-22 was, and he's the boss. He can do whatever he wants, but what kind of footprint is that going to be and it's going to be per individual squadron or unit, which I don't, that's beyond my knowledge. But, I remember in the Navy, we used to kind of make fun of the, the Navy captain I got 1,000 traps in this thing. And, we were like, well, dude, 300 of those should have went to a JO that needed them, a junior officer that needed them. So the old junior officer Navy type in me always looks at stuff like this, like, dude, those are flight hours and training events that probably could be better used on somebody who is learning the craft and is going to be on the front line than you flying around. But that's just my own opinion. I think it's good and bad what he's doing. I think it's great, but at the same time, those are resources being used. Mover, Fifi.
Sorry. I remember he's not the first CSAF to do this. Back in 2008, who was the CSAF back? Bradley? No, Bradley was Air Force Reserve. I can't remember who it was.
It was Spock. It was
who was in 2008?
It was a man. How did I just forget his name? It's the guy who served me Christmas dinner that one day. It was he was the old AFSOC commander before he became CSAF.
Mosley.
No,
Michael Mosley, 2008. So Mosley, I want to say it was Mosley. It might have been Schwartz.
I think it was Schwartz.
One of them, there was a huge uproar because he went and got qualified in the Eagle jet. Did he? Mosley. Is that the one that went and flew the Eagle?
In 2008, Air Force. Oh, they had two chief of staff, General Michael Mosley and then Duncan McNabb.
Yeah, wow. One of them, it was a big deal because everybody said it was such a waste of time that he went and got qualified in the jet. And at the time, I was a young lieutenant. I thought it was cool as hell, right? Because I'm like, oh, that's awesome that the boss flies. This article confuses me a little because it sounds like he's talking, like, I wonder what level of commander he's talking about, because there is no excuse really for a squadron commander that doesn't operate the aircraft, with limited exceptions. Like if it's a interim thing, or there's just no courses and they're gonna go, or there's a medical issue or something like that. But I would say a squadron commander needs to be able to lead their squadron from the aircraft that they're flying. And if there's squadrons out there with commanders that don't know how to do the mission, I mean, I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay. Above that, like, I think the group commander needs to fly. And because like you were talking about, Gonky, about the training assets. Well, they're going to get a SOC, a senior officer course, which is, it's a very short course, it takes 4 to 6 weeks, depending on the airframe. It's not a in-depth TX transition course like you'd get if, you or I went to a fighter again. So, I mean, and they tailor it mostly to the experience of that person, because they're not expected to go rage around and be full up. They're like wing commanders that are just going to go beat up on the lieutenant doing BFM, once a month or once every other month. And that's about it. I do think it's important, because I agree with the chief of staff here that you can't know the limitations and what your people are going through if you're not on the front line. Because if you look at that picture with that major next to him, I guarantee you every now and then, he gets the, hey boss, he goes, hey man, what's your biggest concern right now? You go, hey boss, we're not flying enough. We're going to get our butts kicked if we try to go to war the way we're doing things, and he can affect that change. Our friends across the pond, fighter pilot friends, I talk to them all the time and they're like, hey, I just flew with our chief of staff. I'm like, you did what? And he's flying, Eurofighter, Gripen, those guys. Now, much smaller Air Force, but they are on a personal basis with the highest chief of their Air Force at a squadron level. I think that's amazing. Now, our Air Force might be a little too big for that, but you can still have it at some level. I mean, the weapons school, humble, credible, approachable applies at every single level. And I think you need to be, if you're in the seat, you need to be humble and be able to accept the criticism and accept feedback, the credible. So you have to at least be qualified to do something, not just sit at a desk, and approachable, because people need to feel like if you're walking around the flight line that they can go, hey boss, this is screwed up and we will lose if you don't fix this. Because that's how action gets taken. Because he's not going to get that with a report, that's been staffed with a snowflake and all that nerd stuff that doesn't matter. Fifi, what do you think, man?
I mean, as an enlisted guy who was at the very bottom of the totem pole, and we're feeling everybody's iterations of the policies kind of trickle down through, and then I agree that it does, especially at the level that I was at. You definitely felt a lot of the disconnect from leadership. I mean, even sometimes I feel like my flight leadership was disconnected. And then we would moan and groan about flying with anybody over the squadron DO. Luckily I had one, one of my squadron commanders was incredible, and like he flew all the time, and I got to fly with him all the time, and he was always super fun and super knowledgeable to fly with. And then if you go anybody outside the squadron, like at the group level, the Wing King, like everybody always tried to run and hide when the Wing King was going to come fly, because you get as an enlisted guy, it would be like, hey, go empty out all the trash cans, the Wing King's coming through, and then you're going to go fly with him. You're like, ah, crap, like I have not to teach this guy how to work the smiz again. And so like I get that. I understand what they're coming from, but also at the same time, it feels like not a political stunt, but like a publicity stunt. Like, it's like that Steve Buscemi meme where he's like, hey, cool kids. He's wearing the,
how do you do, fellow kids?
Yeah. And that's what it feels like. Sometimes that's what it feels like. And it feels disingenuous. So maybe if they keep it consistent, and like you said, like, if they're constant, if they fly, twice a month, 3 times a month with the squadrons, then yeah, absolutely. I think it's awesome, to where they can get that. But if it's just like one of those things where he pops in, takes some pictures, and then leaves again, like it's same old. Like I have a pretty big distrust of leadership in general anyways, when it comes to that kind of stuff. But that's it's just what it feels like, it needs to be genuine. Because I think the lower you go in the ranks, the more it's felt if it's genuine or not.
Yeah, they've got the mishaps. Another mishap. Doug, I'm reading what Doug is now sending to me. The 3-star that had the Finney flight. That was more of what he had the Raptor, right? And they were like, oh, the general's flying the Raptor for the last time, and you're like, why? That's where I agree with Gonky, where it became a big, publicity stunt kind of thing. This, I mean, you want to get out there. I don't think the Raptor is it, to be honest with you. Like if I were going to pick what the chief of staff of the Air Force goes and flies, it's not the Raptor. It's, something that gets down in the mud. It's something that is, whether it's an F-16 at Shaw, that's deploying, or an F-35, to know the issues with that community and what's going on. I don't think while the F-22 is an awesome airplane, like if you're trying to find where he's best suited, maybe he needs to go fly something else, or maybe go fly heavy, I mean, go do something new and get some breadth and depth of experience.
Go fly as number 3 in a 4-ship at JPT.
I mean, don't do the easy thing. Do something that's outside of your wheelhouse so you can learn, because they always preach that, right? They make you go do all the PME and all that stuff. Well, go fly something you don't like. Go fly a helicopter. Go fly the MH-139. See how it goes. See what the community's like. It's a brand new helicopter.
Yeah, he's the boss, dude. He's like, nope.
F-22.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. But I mean, if you're saying that, hey, the boss, who he's in charge of everybody, not just the Raptor community, the boss needs to be credible. Well, sir, you've already flown all these things,
right?
go do something you're not familiar with so you can be in touch with the rest of the Air Force.
Yeah, that community. One of my favorite things was down at AFSOC. General Webb was he was the AFSOC commander a few years ago, and one of his first things that he did is they strapped him up to one of the special tactics guys and threw him out the back of a C-130.
Perfect.
It was really cool because when they upgraded John Chapman to the Medal of Honor finally, General Webb actually is a huge metalhead, and he has a metal band that he plays in on the side, and his band played for like the John Chapman memorial thing on the flight line, and then John Chapman was also working on like a Shelby Cobra in his garage, and they took that and they ripped it up and down the flight line on Hurlburt while General Webb was playing his guitar with his band. Like, it was the coolest thing ever.
Wow.
So yeah,
Awesome.
getting down amongst everybody is where it's at.
All right, Gonky, we got time for one more. First from the audience, Air Godzilla says, Frogfoot is the Russian equivalent of the A-10. A USA retiring them is crazy. Russia and other places are keeping them. Well, we're replacing them with nothing, with Fat Amy and crop dusters.
Yeah, man.
Although everybody gets mad when I say that because they're like, the crop duster is not a replacement mover. I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
Where?
There's no place for the
But
A-10.
it's not
in a
intended
modern
to be a
conflict.
replacement mover.
Yeah. We know.
There's no
We
place
know.
for an A-10 in a modern conflict, though. That's the way.
Right here.
That's the way I look at it. It's in our hearts, forever in our hearts.
Right here. Define modern conflict. That's the problem, though. Is it the
Nuclear.
war we're not going to fight or the war we fight every time?
No, that's true.
Because in Venezuela, you use an A-10.
Oh, dude.
Or a crop duster.
Yeah.
Precision
No,
strikes.
A-10's better.
Or an MQ-9.
Yeah, God.
Yeah.
Where the hell would you take it off from? That's the problem.
Puerto Rico, like everything else. Kevin
Yep.
says, goes for airlines as well. One would hope that at the bare minimum, the chief pilot flies.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to fly with the chief pilot. Not the
No,
airline.
but he's got a point. I mean, yeah. I mean, the boss should know what's going on.
Yeah.
Boss should know the mission.
Heat Seeking says a leader would find out what aircraft his people like the least and go fly that to find out why. I honestly, if you got a problem child with some FMC rates that aren't what you think they should be, or engine issues, or you can't get the thing upgraded, that's the one I'm going to go fly. I'm not going to fly what's easy and maybe not the sexiest, because, dude, you've already had that career. Like, the whole article talks about what he thought it was his last flight, because it was.
But maybe
everything.
Maybe he's making his rounds, man.
You think he's just going to burn sock after sock after, like, it's a whole 10 years just going to be him doing socks? That would be the Gonky approach. The Gonky approach is like, where is the CSAF? Well, he's this week he's getting checked out on Fat Amy, but he said he only wanted one flight.
Just one.
He wants the one flight, and that's
so you
it.
did it.
One. That's
Yeah,
right.
he doesn't want anything beyond that. He didn't want to know anything about the systems. He just wants to fly it once so he can call
Just
it fat
go.
and move on.
Well, it'll look really good when they run for Congress afterwards, or they go to be a news correspondent. So you're saying you were an F-35, F-22, A-10, F-16,
Right.
and F-15 pilot?
Just list them out. You flew tankers too, heavies. I mean,
He'll never do that.
You flew a jet while tanking it on your own?
The problem is he can't go fly the C-130 because there is no short course for it. And, they're just like, well, our shortest course is 4 months. The long course is 6 months. If an airline can do it in a couple weeks, so could you, my friends.
yeah. How do you
You're
like
not
Little
special.
Rock in the summer?
Yeah.
Arkansas. Yeah.
Disco Dan says, regardless, retiring the A-10 is short-sighted and misguided. Sir, we just work here. Gonky, this is your wheelhouse. What's a stow bar, Gonky?
Short. No. Dang it.
Spicy cheese.
No, dude. We talked about it before the show. I can't remember. The bar part is arrested landing. So it's ramp takeoff for arrested landing.
Short. There's no R there.
What is it, mover?
Short takeoff or
Arrested landing.
barrier. Arrested. Short takeoff, but arrested recovery.
Really?
There
They
we
put
go.
the butt in there?
Wiki does, apparently.
This
Or
is
AI
some
does.
like this is where everybody calls out. You don't know about
Yeah.
Stobar? What's Catobar?
Gonky's not a real pilot.
Gonky's not an able aviator.
Yeah,
If you really knew, you would be able to tell me how many fins are on the nozzles of the F-18.
Yeah, exactly.
There's fins on the nozzles.
When are they opened and closed?
the weird shit that gets thrown around.
Yeah. No, it's a cool. I've never seen this clip. It's basically plat cam footage of a MiG-29 Indian MiG-29 landing on a ship. So I play it.
What are they saying?
Look at all the lines.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh, low.
Sync rate. Power.
Little power. So
Taxi
it's
Walmart.
interesting. It's interesting to me. There's
How far
cool
the thing
video.
rolls back.
Yeah, I mean that's dude. Even on the Navy ships, you get a tug back, and that
far.
No,
Yeah, he was like rolling backwards.
Yeah,
No.
dude, I thought he was going off the back. Put the thing in
no,
reverse.
but the design of the ship, maybe they had to tug it back more. I don't know, but that allows the cable to fall,
dude.
Out of
Back
the
it
hook.
up, Doug. Stop it. That thing is tracking. Look at it.
The
It's
tail
tracking
hook.
the hook point. Yeah, the hook point.
Right. So when I first watched this, I'm like, what is that? And this camera, like you said, Mover, is tracking the hook point, which I wish we had Wombat on, because that's actually the important piece of the whole, ball flying is the you want the hook to engage on a US carrier 3-wire. I don't know how many carriers they have on, or cables they have on this ship, but so it's kind of cool that the LSOs can use that to help them. Although, I mean, during the day you can see, I wonder if it would do it at night. At night you can't see the hook on a US or F-35 Growler F-18 pass. During the day you can, but they've got a lot of lines here. I imagine that helps them with glide slope.
They're moving too.
Yeah,
I wonder if it tracks it as it comes in, like
a window. It's
where it should be,
moving.
yeah.
He's a little low, but it's.
Yeah, and I don't. It'd be interesting. Like, what are all these? Like, none of this makes sense to me as far as the numbers. I mean, looks like there's a clock going. It's about the only thing that looks, quasi normal. I imagine maybe GP is 3.5 degree glide slope. I don't know. It would be cool to have somebody explain what all the
glide path
numbers mean. The glide, yeah, exactly. So, no, it's cool. I've never seen plat cam of a naval variant of the MiG-29 landing, but there it is on an Indian ship. And yeah, I don't know if he's going backwards off the side or.
Yeah, that's the Gettysburg.
That's
the Truman.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I don't know. Cool video, man.
Was that a 2-seat?
I don't think so. I think it's single seat, And the talking, I wonder, because a US LSO uses very specific comm, and I wonder if we could translate it, the comm is identical to what we use.
That looks single seat.
Yeah, that's not a back canopy back there.
I don't think so, man.
That's not the back seat back there.
I've never seen a Navy.
Okay, all right. No, look, I'm just going off the video here. I don't have to yell at me. Jeez. Doug obviously sees it. Otherwise, the orange finger would not be, or pink finger, or whatever that is.
Yeah, I don't know. Anything's possible, but to me, it looks single seat.
Wonder if they have a greenie board.
Probably. I mean,
shame each other.
Well, yeah, I wonder if the protocol is after, he parks this thing, goes down, writes up 25 things about, the jet being broke. And then I wonder if he has to stand there and take his pass like a man, so even if it's a bad one. Right. So yeah, I'm always curious because, we watched that video of the Chinese carrier and everything looks super US, like the procedures, everything, like the hand motions. And I just wonder if the Indians do something similar. Although this is a different kind of carrier, but it's dual seat.
Somebody else agrees with me.
I don't know, man.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe. In my heart, I want it to be single seat.
He has a cool avatar, so we believe him. That's how
It looks pretty. Yeah, he agrees with me, so that's all that matters. Hey, so hello, Indian CNN.
Huge fan of the food, by the way.
You can't be first, but you can be next.
Well, that's valid.
Yeah,
valid. Yeah, that's cool, man. If we could get an Indian Navy fighter pilot on one day, that'd be great. Be like, dude, what does all this mean? And is this a 2-seater or a single-seater?
Well, I mean, the 00 right, he was one left, so that was the azimuth. We know that.
Maybe.
The course is 134. See, he's one left, two left, three left. That makes sense, right? He's
Keep
left
changing runways on him, dude. Three left,
left.
4 left. I mean, make up your mind here. 3
No,
left.
he's left of center. Look, you could see the noses, 2 left.
Is that target aspect or is that
Or is
0, 1? I don't know, man. Look, dude, as a Navy guy, put the thing on the thing. Meatball lineup AOA. Meatball lineup AOA.
See, Disco Dan also agrees with me.
oh, you're gonna Gonky Kefir, you can get copyrighted by Growler Jams. That's his whole thing.
What? Meatball
You
lineup
ever
AOA?
watch any of his? Yeah.
Yeah, we've had him on the show. Yeah, he's real popular on this show. Dude. Yeah, maybe it is a 2-seater.
That's
don't
a
know.
single seater.
That's as God intended it. Yes. Yeah.
All right. Good talk. Thank you for your service, Gonky.
Yeah.
Told us well. We don't have time to talk about the Truman House of Horrors, but I'm going to cover the mishap investigation report on my channel, so that'll be fine. I got the full report somewhere. Disco Dan says no, we talked about that. Crazy Pete says make all generals sit on the 130 troop seats for a 5-hour low level.
Oh, dude,
That's one of the best rides. I don't know what you're talking about. That's one of my favorites.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Spartan says, as someone who has seen recent red flags, the A10 is the problem child. They are too slow, don't have SA, and are the reason why others get shot down.
Normally, the A10 guys are the ones who know everything that's going on.
Skid's going to fight you in the comments.
Well, yeah. I mean, are they using A10s in the air-to-air picture? Then that's exactly what I would suspect would happen. But if it's CAS environment,
Usually it's the Strike Eagle nerds that are shooting themselves down or us down or
yeah, dude.
lost.
1 + 1 = 0.3.
Yeah. General General Alex says found your channel last week. Nope. New viewer, old viewer, no longer a viewer. Sorry about that. Been binging all of your previous shows. First time catching it live. Keep the good content rolling.
Wow, thank you.
Hey, and he's from Canada, which means he's not mad at us.
Yeah, we love
Contrary to
Canada.
popular belief.
Yeah,
We love
yeah.
Canada.
Yeah.
Well, District Under Oak. We need Gonky's beard back.
I'm working
No
on
comments
it.
about Mover's beard, just Gonky's beard.
Just
They've
There's a
accepted
Gonky
me
fan.
for who I am, but you, not so much.
There's a Gonky fan club out there somewhere. There's got to be.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
It's in
It's
my
probably
mind.
like
There's a
a
Gonky
cult.
fan club in my mind. But that's about
dude,
it.
It's a cult following. It's Zoltan. They put the trash bags on and they hang out in some mom's basement.
Yeah.
Dude.
Taking shots of Kool-Aid with each
You're
other.
definitely
Shots of
Zoltan.
Kool-Aid, yeah. Sugar free. It's like,
The claw, the
that's
Gonky.
funny.
Midnight oil, probably. Flew Bahrain to Landstuhl, Germany, in the back of a C-130. Long
Wow.
but fun. That's what she said.
Wow. I like that.
Oh, that's right. Kids watch. Y'all should be in bed. There should be no kids
Mover.
at this hour.
Yeah. Yeah. There's way more educational and entertaining shows to watch than this one. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
Sorry. Well, FIFI.
I didn't do it. That's
Joe says Canada's not mad at you yet. Joe, are you Canadian?
I don't know. He's got the Airwolf patch though, so that That's good
Yeah, it
enough.
does.
Yeah, no, he's
Are you
a
Airwolf connoisseur?
long time viewer.
I tried to send more money, but it wouldn't let me. Lucky, you need to get on that one. You need to figure that out ASAP.
Dude, it's a lost cause, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to use FIFI's 5-year plan, but as somebody in the comments said, we're 2 shows from the end, so
That's right. Season 6, episode 9 is our finish fight.
So 5-year plan is not going to work for us. If you could condense that down to about maybe what to do in the next episode for massive success, that'd be awesome.
If you were only in our planning Discord, we figure out what our next episode is going to be 5 minutes before we turn the cameras on.
That's our plan,
Dude,
dude.
that long? We don't even wait that long.
If you've noticed, we figured out on the fly. No, Doug, not that one. The other one.
Yeah.
That was StreamYard's fault. I plead not guilty.
Perfect. Perfect, dude.
It'll be reflected in your employee evaluation.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to bring a lawyer.
You guys have employees. We just call all of ours unpaid interns.
Now we pay Douglas.
Douglas is a paid intern.
He's a paid intern.
My level of quality went up accordingly.
Perfect.
Did it though?
Yeah.
We
You
were
work better
actually-
when look, it's the whole argument. You work better when you're hungry. See now.
That's valid.
Well, that's the problem you have with me is I'm not going to be hungry no matter what.
Yeah. But anyway, Fifi, as I've been trying to say for the last 22 minutes, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, man.
That's been
Tonight.
good. Having me around. Do
We'll
more.
see you December. The Dogfight Brothers thing. We're gonna do that with you.
Yeah, Dogfight Brothers. So yeah, December 26th, 27th, that weekend. The sign up, we have the sign up on you guys have it on your page. And then if not, it's all we have an announcement video on the High Alpha Hooligans YouTube, and then we got the link in there, the proper link, because we had a broken link originally. The slots are starting to fill up.
Go check out the High Alpha Hooligans
On
for
YouTube.
fun, family-friendly discussion about video games.
Yeah.
Correct. DCS.
Somewhat, yeah, with a good poop joke in there, and then Jimmy's terrible dad advice. So,
Is DCS a video game?
that got answered with our with the Wags interview. It is
He will say that, yeah.
a study level simulation game. So it was the best non-answer I've ever seen.
If you can buy it on Steam, it's a game.
Yeah.
Just the way it works.
That's perfect.
Brent says, just watched Tank last night. Good movie. Thanks for recommending it, Mover. Scary thing is I know some deputies that would be down with that town. Eek. Oof. Gonky.
I still haven't seen it, man.
If I can ever get this helicopter, I'll deliver it to you and we'll watch it.
All right.
HD Kraut says Luna Treats and Airwolf parts. See, Germany's not mad at us either.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yet.
Wow.
What is the list right now? China, Turkey,
Pakistan, India.
Pakistan, India, North Korea probably after tonight.
Yeah. Certain parts of America, Canada, certain parts.
America, Canada.
Yeah. Yeah. We're slowly, Fifi, confining ourselves basically to our homes for safety. So
I hate leaving my house anyway.
it's
Don't even want to go anywhere. If
I think
it's
the jury's
forced,
out on Turkey. They may love us.
You're right. You never know, dude. Hey, listen, if we made the state propaganda,
it means the state loves us.
which is good. I think they're the ones with the money. I'm just kidding.
Oh, dude.
I'm just kidding.
We're so
Wow,
getting federal
again.
calls. All right. Well, hey, good night, everybody. See you next week. Hey, next week we got your homie on, right?
They haven't confirmed yet, but we'll see.
We're
get him
trying.
on. Well,
Yeah,
we'll get him on.
he's a buff pilot.
He's buff T-38 instructor, T1 instructor, and he did some other cool flying around in his time. We'll get him to tell some A-26 stories.
Oh, cool.
And then he flies what now?
He's an airline guy now.
Hmm.
He flew medevac for a while too. He's got some crazy stories from medevac as well.
And he was a badass before that even.
Dude, Scud's the real deal. He was the dude. Yeah.
Can't wait. Okay. Well, good night, everybody. Thank
Good
you.
night,
Fifi.
everybody.
Thank you, Gonky. Thank you, Doug. See you next week.
You're welcome.
Hasta.